is the Dominator, the Emperor on the upper right-hand side. He demolished Blade yesterday in the semi-final, has yet to drop a map. He's happy. And his challenger in the red trunks, with the Keeper of the Grove, as you can see, he needs 3 or more lucky punches. Foggy Balboa.
A player's forces are under attack.
Let's go! Let's crown ourselves a champ!
The tingle is in the air, Neil. Do you feel it? Every time they play, there's a special extra bit of spice in this match, because these are the two best players in Europe. Of course, you know, on other days, other players can beat them as well, but they are clearly consistently the best players that the region has to offer. And here they meet again. Foggy looking for that big victory finally, starting off with the Keeper. It's likely to see Foggy stick to the standard for the early and mid game. Keeper, Demon, Dryad, Expo, that is the solid style that always seems to work. But then the late game transition, that is the new challenge for Foggy. What's he gonna go towards depending on what Happy's gonna play? And what is Happy gonna play? Counter Expo? Tinker Push? Banshees? Garrigs? Mass A-bombs also a possibility. All of those things Foggy will need to identify quickly and transition correctly into quickly. I felt quite honored that he also asked me what he was supposed to do against the Banshees, for example. And it's not clear at the moment. Almost nobody plays things like Banshees in this matchup. Happy the only one. So Foggy is also, just like us, still looking for discoveries.
Yeah, I wonder, were there some early morning sessions with Foggy and Coach Remo? Oh, wait a second. We gotta hold this thought, as Happy is stealing a creep.
Gets the last hit. Yeah, I talked with him today quite a bit about this. Especially about the Banshees, he seemed to be concerned. Because Mountain Giants and Dark Range and all that stuff we've seen lately, I think that all is pretty useless. Doesn't work out well at all. I think the best thing to do against it might be mass archers in the late game with marksmanship and maybe pot them. But that might not even come into play. We don't know if we're going to see that. And that's the thing. Happy nowadays in the late game is not so predictable at all anymore. But of course, too far away from the late game. We are in the early game, where it's all about creeping. And the DK trying to slow down the Keeper here as much as he can.
Foggy has his favorite item, the self-teleportation. I thought, Happy, will you be able to steal this one? He only, quote-unquote, went for the dust, which is nice, I guess. A weapon that a lot of people use against Happy nowadays is pressure the DK very early on. Foggy did the same, but on this map, it's nighttime now, and you can take a bath at the fountains to heal up again. Plus, Happy, as always, so fast with the level 2, thanks to the creeping, thanks to the steal, and that is level 2 and a little bit of extra HP regen.
Foggy has to content himself here with a very small camp. Normally you wanted to creep bigger camps. Creep either the Merchant or creep the Overseer at the natural, but Happy always being around makes that very hard to do. Keeper now getting here closer to level 3, but not getting level 3 yet. Foggy with a Wisp here sees also where his opponent is creeping, wakes up the creeps. He's in a position to creep jack, but doesn't really have much mana. This is what Happy's been doing a lot on this map. Creep solo with ghouls and with backpack pick up the items while the DK harasses, and if you execute it as well as Happy does, we can see how effective it is.
Happy's around now. There was a little bit of extra blood loss, delayed everything a little bit. Inner Fire 2, that might buy Foggy a second or two to creep his bottom right. That was the game plan when he was still successful against Happy and took maps and even ESL cups off of him. Expand, get that Expo up, protect that Expo with all you have. Engines of War, Moonwells, shops, engine protectors. But Happy found a way around that. So far, yes, the Expo is coming. It's at 60%. But he didn't have the time to creep that because Happy bought the staff himself and is sharking around.
Yeah, it's all about scouting here. We saw a sick play right there by Foggy and Happy at the same time. Foggy saw Happy was creeping in the top left, so he said, all right, you're busy here, I'm gonna go bottom right, creep this right now. But Happy with his own staff staffed onto the skeleton and prevented the creeping of the natural, which means the Keeper still is not level 3. This map, normally, you know, not that easy to creep, but the Keeper player can make it happen. But Happy's movement has just been impeccable. And this Keeper is still not quite there, but will finally get level 3 now. And with that, he can create quite some space for the Demon Hunters.
I wonder, Remo, if Happy saw that there's no lures yet. Because the Hunter's Hall is extremely late. Foggy
it's so late.
Seems like he's moving back to the tier 3 Archer style. Or was that the first big mistake of this grand final?
Yeah, that's the first macro mistake. That was not intentional.
Okay.
And that hurts. That hurts a lot. I mean, Archers have been seen a bit more again recently, but they're not as reliable as Dryads, as they can be countered pretty heavily. Keeper finds himself in a surround right away. Happy wasting no time to enclose that one. Gonna force a staff out of the Keeper, who's still not level 3. But the Demon Hunter is gonna get level 2 here right away. Picks up the Shredder as well for great lumber later on. But the expansion is still not prepped yet.
I thought Foggy might be going for the Slaughterhouse. He was there in time. Slaughterhouse was still in construction. Maybe with treants. That was possible. But apparently not. He calculated that in his head and said, nope. Expo is yet to be crapped and Happy is already here.
Wheel of Life is not walking. Uh-oh. Foggy reacting perhaps a bit late. He's creeping at the red camp right now. He's gonna get the big item. But there's no wisps here. This Tree of Life might just be going down. TP in by Foggy. Picks up the item. Hood of Cunning. He needs wisps.
Oh man, where are they? They're coming now. He's trying. A little bit of Entangle. Archers chasing that Lich off of this. And the wisps are here. Creep still attacking. Lich still in trouble, but outside of Entangle range. DK trying to get a wisp or two, but that Expo seems safe, at least for now. As safe as you can be against this undead monster. Staff? Must be a TP though, right? Yes.
Not gonna risk it. That was a great attack for Happy though. He only lost the TP here and a bit of mana. He killed wisps, he killed archers, he put damage on the expansion, he forced repair, and he delayed the expansion by a lot. Plus, he forced his own TP, which might become relevant. Tier 3 now about to finish for Happy. He's gonna pick up the orb, bringing a lot of ghouls, but not all the ghouls.
Oh, this tree, I'm still a little worried. But okay. He will eat a lot. Demon Hunter is level 3, and for a long time, this was the number 2 objective for Foggy, I guess. Establish the expansion, defend the expansion, and then mana burn 2 and burn as much as you possibly can. Man, Happy's items again, right? Claws of Attack, Greater Mana Potion. This guy just has an affair with RNGs.
Very fortunate drops here indeed. He's a Skelly at the lab. Trying to go for a Zeppelin? Maybe just looking for a Sapper play by Foggy. That could also make a lot of sense. And there we go. Happy falls back, goes for the counter expansion. That is the play he's been doing a lot more recently. Also, again, with a lot more Sacrificial Skull to get that tower up nice and early. Foggy is aware of this possibility. And I think seeing no push for this long, he's going to realize what's happening and going tier 3 now.
Foggy was extremely successful on this map prior with Mountain Giants. That was a different patch though. That was when Taunt was still heading twice. This is not the case anymore, so I wonder if that's still the play or if that's out of the playbook. Maybe he's gonna bring it back. Demon Hunter has some decent damage. He got the claws +9, he got the Hood of Cunning, he just found an agility tome +2. So he's a heavy hitter. Not only a disabler when it comes to mana.
Wonderful Agent of War efficiency here by Foggy. It's a hard camp to creep, taking some damage, can heal up later at the fountain. Keeper refreshing in the main. And we're gonna go to the late game. Already the shop coming up here, Orb of Venom is gonna be added in soon, of course.
A little bit of poking. The most important thing here, Foggy knows this expo is coming up. He can't do anything about it at the moment. Just a little bit of poking, a little bit of scratching away at that Taunted Goldmine. Lich level 3. And more creeping. Foggy got 2 out of 3 red spots. Boots of Kel'Thalas. Man, this DH is a beast.
Yeah, being this early level 4.5 is great. If he gets level 5 fast, that's wonderful for the mana burn. If he ever gets to 6, it's of course amazing. Did he just dispel the invisibility with a destroyer?
What? Oh,
No. I think the keeper tried to go for a fiend, but destroyer was there to dispel. All right, that would have been a little bit crazy.
Shades of Hasu versus Knopf.
Indeed, and now this keeper might be forced to use the invul potion. Now the Lich can't reach for the next Nova. He's gonna be fine. And there's a bit of creeping still left in the middle, perhaps for the Demon Hunter. Foggy, when's he gonna try to take this fight? He's playing this really greedy. He's not going into upkeep, which normally you want to do to be safe against a push, but he knows Happy likes to counter-expand, so Foggy is banking hard on the late game.
Yeah.
Transitioning into stronger units soon, with bears and hippos maybe. When we talked about this strategically, I said that I thought hippos were really good. Foggy doesn't agree. Foggy thinks hippos are pretty bad, so he may stay away from them.
Okay. With double engine of wind, there is a chance that this is working, but against Happy, it's kinda rare. This vision here, by the way, it's about to run out, the Sentry Ward, but for now, Happy knows exactly what's the status of the army, what's the status of the heroes, where are you moving to, are you moving back, are you pushing a little bit, and he's so good at adjusting to his opponents. His hero levels seem a little flat so far. DK level 3, Lich level 3, there's no level 2 aura yet, and there's also no level 4 Lich. You know how strong that is.
He's trying to last it from the low ground here with the Nova, but the range isn't quite there. Would have been a cutesy play.
I like
It's
the
a
Foggy.
It's a very slow first game here.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to overextend. They're just testing the waters. They're kind of both poking just minimally and trying to figure out what's going on as we see the gargoyle transition from Happy.
Yeah, that is a new flavor to this mix. What do you do against it, Foggy? Dryads only? Does that work? Bear, Dryad, archers? We get longbow upgrade?
Yeah. Yeah, Foggy said that he felt the best thing to play here was mainly Dryad Bears into 80 supply, and then adding archers to go into 100 supply. So he is absolutely keeping the ultra late game in mind here.
High upkeep has always been Foggy's game plan in this matchup, whether it be with Chimeras, with Mountain Giants, or now apparently with archers. It is a slow dance indeed. And we're getting upgrades. How does it look like? 1-1 with 1-2 on the way. Marksmanship as well. Mark of the Claw as well. 2-1 for Happy on the Fiends, plus defense coming. So that's gonna be 2-1. Plus Shades. Checking the lab, he's so aware that Foggy loves the sappers.
Interesting to see more and more gargoyle play by Happy again. Of course, we've seen that throughout the last year or so, maybe even more. Especially in Mountain Giant days, gargoyles were very tempting to go for because MGs back then were super good against the Fiends with a double taunt, so there was a lot of incentive to move away from Fiends into Gargs. But here, of course, this is not the Mountain Giant patch by any means, so still going for gargoyles. I wonder what the thought here is. It might just have to do with army size. When we go to 80 supply and upwards, it's really hard to be efficiently targeting with Fiends because it's a huge army, things block each other, and the attack uptime goes down. With air units, everything is always attacking all the time. You don't have to be concerned with army size. Plus, against this hero combo, you're not worried about AoE. A panda is not playable here.
Yeah. Nice little touch here. Foggy knew. Buddy, you used Shades against me. You're doing this again. Reveal killed the Shade. Maybe he's in Happy's head a little bit. He has a lot of information. Treant's not used to poke into any base, but to cover the lanes. There was one here on the right-hand side. There was one here on the left-hand side. Now he's poking into the main against Caesar. It's Dreadlord again. And with that Dreadlord here,
The town is under
you
siege.
can't fight gargoyles with hippos anymore, I think, because Vamp Aura is just too freaking strong.
Yeah, and I wonder if Happy has a misread here. If he's not going... Like, if Foggy isn't going hippos, this Dreadlord isn't really that good. Now,
Yeah.
a well-timed sleep can be nice, but there's always going to be Dryads against that, ideally quickly reacting. Oh, Gargoyles flying in from the back, looking for the cancel.
Nice.
Gonna get it.
Great timing. About to be finished. But this is only the AP. It's a buffer building. Buying time for the tree. The stalemate breaker. Foggy wants it. in all of their encounters. This is the situation. Happy, for some reason, Happy always spawns on top as well. Happy coming in with air units, trying to disrupt this gold mine. Foggy trying to defend this with everything he has. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Wagon soon.
Players
Yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense. Gets the cancel, takes some damage, but there is fountains. We got free healing. I think Foggy should make the AP on the other side. Yeah, and then when it's finished, walk it over with Uproot.
Yeah, now that makes sense. That's the tree will be finished and then it can soak up damage. Before the tree was just designed to the AP was designed to soak up damage for the Tree of Life, and now the roles are kind of reversed. More protection in the south with double Engine of War, also double with double Engine Protector, no, also double Engine of War for fast Archer production. Who's gonna break into high upkeep first? Both are getting ready for this, and there's a third crypt for Happy.
I think he wants to be ready to transition into mass, ghouls, and flood if there's gonna be a high number of archers. But there's not really. It's a healthy mix between dryads and archers. But this is the concern late game. Dryads are always decent against everything, kind of, but they're never really good against anything, especially in this matchup. They're always going to be a bit supply inefficient.
1000 gold for Happy. He sees, okay, I don't want to crawl up this high ground. Foggy has the advantage there. I will attack your initial base. Foggy, what's the response? You know it's defended well. You know you will buy some time here. Will you just establish the middle, or do you want to hold it? Fakes the staff, Happy not retreating. No sign of fear.
Let's bring out the Wisps here. I mean, yeah, they're going to get Nova, but they're going to buy some time. Foggy just giving up the expansion.
No, he's fighting.
Yeah, but it's gonna go down. And Happy's gonna TP out, probably.
Kind of the worst of both worlds. Trying to save one Wisp to re-establish it immediately. No losses in the front row. At his second mine. Okay, starts to gather gold now. Still 2-base. Surgical strike by Happy. Really successful.
Little mistake by Foggy not seeing that attack coming. He got completely caught off guard. Plus, of course, he didn't have a TP.
A player's forces are under attack.
And that way, Happy keeps it 2-base versus 2-base. This was the importance of this fight, while getting more upgrades, with a third armor upgrade coming in. Problem with these archers late game is they have none of the upgrades from the bears and dryads. Foggy is starting to work on them now. So that's his 7th upgrade already coming in.
Wow, it's really expensive. 3-2 on Happy's units. Gargs and Fiends, of course, share the upgrades. 2-3 on Foggy. I like that he prioritizes armor against the Orb of Corruption focus fire. And Happy splits his army in two. Ground units to the left, air units to the right. Let's prevent this Tree of Life. And the Shade, the second Shade, man, is gathering so much information.
So rare to see, especially from Happy, but in this slow late game where it's all about movement and positioning, it's so smart. Speaking of movement, these gargoyles are going to find a Tree of Life with 3 attack upgrades. That's going to be an easy cancel. Staff back. Demon cannot really do much here.
No. Not too sure what this was for. There was a shop here once. Not the case anymore. Second AP moving further to the low ground. Treants on the right-hand side again. Didn't see this coming either. Foggy, are you giving
Happy,
up?
Here we go. 92 supply.
It's expensive.
Foggy's bringing everything into the middle. I've seen this before. Happy will still try to bust this position despite how fortified it is if he feels strong enough, which soon he will. What's the scroll count saying for him? 2 heal scrolls. The Lich could get a third. Could be 100 supply with triple heal scroll. Foggy needs to go into high upkeep. Now.
A player's forces
Does he know?
are under attack.
Does he calculate this correctly? Did he see all the Gargs, or did Happy fake a little bit? Because he's only... like, he has 2 armies of Gargs with him all the time. Not yet. Still banking. 1000 gold. More upgrades.
1000 gold, Foggy. 1000 gold. Spend your money, my friend.
It's coming, man. He's want to squeeze every little bit of gold out of this main. 300 remaining. Second attack upgrade for the archers as well. It's going to be 2-1. Bears Dryads 3-3. Happy's army also 3-3, but nothing on the ghouls.
Alright, finally high upkeep for Foggy. but he doesn't have 100 supply capacity. He's stuck at 90. Didn't make the moon well. It's a slight oversight as well. It's finishing at the expansion.
Yeah. No moon well here. Just the shop who waddled over. Which is of course helpful with potions. No expansion attempt in the bottom right. Tree could and will walk over.
That one might get caught. Happy knows the middle is very fortified. Again, that has not really deterred him in the past, but this time it seems like it does. Could snipe these moonwells super easy.
Can Foggy
this is not where Foggy wants to fight.
Will Foggy produce up to 100? Yes, 98 for him. Bottom right will be wiped out, but Foggy is still moving there. Does he even have to do that?
He's getting blocked by the trees. He's stuck in the middle still. This little needle hole is making his life really difficult.
Good, he left the high ground. It's one base. Again, we fight an open battlefield, not with the high ground advantage. So many guards. 4-4 immediately. Foggy loses 10 supply in the blink of an eye. Everything is all over the place. There's no AoE damage. There's a heal scroll, though, to come up with that. The Demon Hunter got a carry, but I don't think he's able to do so. 90 supply still for Happy. Is this Madman even losing something?
Wonderful trades by Happy. He's not even dropping down to no upkeep or to less than high upkeep. And Foggy's losing everything in the meantime. He doesn't have the AoE to fight this in the late game. We see the Dryads not being very supply efficient.
Keeper
in trouble. Gonna go for the Invo Potion. He barely survives, but Foggy lost his whole army.
Yeah, and leaving the high ground there, I don't know if that was necessary. 47 supply left. He lost an entire army, and Happy, he's still at 83. And he can just continue to punch. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's so hard to play against that Gago set as well. For Happy, for once, he has the easier execution in this. He can just right-click one Dryad after the next. With Fiend, kiting is much, much harder. But here with this Gargs in the late game, the focus fire is just crazy. They will never block each other. They always all get to attack. And the damage is crazy. It takes one volley basically for a bear. Less than that for a Dryad. Lich gets level 5. And this Dreadlord didn't do much. But honestly, it didn't matter. This game was all up to the guards.
Another staff to save the keeper. Foggy is fighting like crazy, but no chance. These bears are 3-3, and yes, they are killed in a volley. That's wow. Guards, man. Happy and the guards. Defeating Blade with them and taking map number 1. Kill staff potion last second. But that is it. The end for the Demon Hunter. And with that, the end for Foggy. Happy 1, Foggy 0.
What a game from Happy. So much was happening here. Small little details. Him going for Shade was actually amazing because it gave him so much information. When he went for this attack in the bottom right-hand side, he could see that Foggy was kind of stuck in the center of the map. It's like he used this base in the center against Foggy. He was like, oh, you want to take that? Then I'm going to use my mobility. And also, the call of going for mass guards is like, oh, I already know going into the series, you're going to go Keeper into Demon every game. You don't have a Panda. How are you going to fight against mass guards? Then he goes mass guards, 3-3, triple healing scroll, and he just smashes it in the fight. And if you're Foggy, like, of course, you can think about that game and like, okay, what were the mistakes? I didn't scan for the shades. Maybe I should have reacted a little bit better in the bottom right. Also, that little spot in the center, the trees blocking him. That was the Shade picking up the info to tell Happy that he should jump on top of this army because some of it was missing. So really tough game here for Foggy to kind of recover from, think about, and try and do better in the next map. But I guess he has no choice. Like, he has to, you know, maybe think of like extreme things. Like perhaps he shouldn't have taken the third base this quickly. The composition maybe could be a little bit different with perhaps more Archer, but it's so difficult to pick out certain things because on the other side, it's flawless play from Happy.
Yep, for sure. Maybe a little bit of mismovement by Foggy. We give him the time to rethink this approach before we move on to Northern Isles. In 3 minutes, we continue with map 2. 1-0 for the Emperor. He has yet to drop a map at DreamHack Fall. Next one is Northern Isles. A way different map compared to C8.
Yeah, that's a map that some night elves out there would veto, but Foggy leaves it in the pool, and I think it can work out well for you if the early game goes more according to plan. The big problem in that game was Foggy's expansion was delayed so much and was so expensive that it was easy for Happy to counter expand and keep up with all the crazy tech transitions, despite the fact that there was a shredder. Here, the expansion is going to be much easier to take, and I would love to see Foggy prioritize a faster expansion more this time.
Todd, any final words before we go into map 2?
Yeah, no, I think you opened this this return here to the life perfectly by saying that all maps are quite a bit different, and there's not going to be any competition for a center base here. I'm curious if Foggy tries to make any adjustments in terms of his composition, though, if we head into the same sort of game, but that might not even come into play here on the other isle.
We'll see how it goes. Map 2, Happy with the lead. If I had $1 for every time I said that in my life.
You'd have at least $10.
Very true.
Minimum.
Are you just saying 10 because you can't count higher than that because the hands are full afterwards?
Oh my god.
I could use my toes. 20.
True.
Easy.
True.
Well, in my case, 22. Anyways. Gonna have a keeper first. Ghoul build once again. Now, for someone that's out here in the world of Warcraft 3, fast expansions are popular. Not for Happy, though. He always goes to tier 3 first before counter expanding. Anyways, that is what he's been showing for the last couple of months. It would be a real big surprise if he was to go for a fast expansion after all. This map is not necessarily the very best for that, but it's doable. It's not so hard of an expansion to take, which also Foggy's gonna appreciate, who's by the way going for the, I would say almost nowadays unconventional Ancient of War creep over to the Tuskar. Gonna be a fast level 2 for the Keeper, of course, but also gonna slow down his tech or expansion with a Wisp Repair. But maybe he's trying to prioritize level 3 more this game. That was also a big problem on map 1, right? It took him forever to get level 3, and he got no kills! None at all. By the time he was level 3 and pressuring, there were already stat hues out. He tried to go to the main, but guess what? The Lich was there right away, instantly locked in the surround, you know, just normal Happy things. But if here the Keeper gets level 3 much faster, before all of that stuff is online, maybe he can start to get a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, once again, I guess we need to put into perspective how good Foggy usually is in this matchup when his opponent is not Happy. At WGL, he played the best Asian undead in 1-2-0 on Asian ping, so he was playing from Europe, big ping difference, and he got a 1-1 off of him, looking really, really good there, and usually never losing any series to non-Happy undeads. It's just that this guy is an absolute phenomenon and is absolutely unique in what he does and how he does it.
Yeah, in the summer season he also defeated Xlord with 3-1, but Happy is clearly, without a question, the best undead versus night elf player in the world. By far. He's going towards the natural to creep it. This is not really to expand, it's just taking behind, but Happy just wants to get up some levels. Happy is always very eager to level up. That I think is oftentimes his downfall in the matchup against Orc, where he's too passive, but here it always works out well for him, as Foggy is going for the expansion on his way to tier 2. This is going to be a fast one. It's also why he's being so aggressive, even sacrificing progress on the Keeper to make sure this expo will be coming up. And yeah, Happy not going to find out about it in time to cancel, it seems.
Okay, taking information away from Happy. Good to see that from a neutral point of view, of course. Staff again in the hands of the Keeper. More mobility for Foggy. I was kind of surprised to not see any sappers in game 1. This is usually Foggy's favorite toy. Oh my god, he gets the second greater mana. Like, you can't tell me he doesn't have a hidden password to unlock these.
Player's forces are under attack.
Down, upright, B. Maybe. Keeper going over to the natural with 3 archers. You can creep that pretty easily. Doesn't have to tank the damage with the Tree of Life, but again, it's really not the fastest Keeper progress. And he's getting distracted a bit. He was scouting. with the Wisp or with the Treant, and again, it seems like this keeper just isn't taking off quite as quickly as you would like.
Yeah, Foggy seems hesitant. Looks to the right, looks to the north, doesn't seem to find too much here. Now there's a little bit of progress, but Happy, there's just zero hesitation. From one obstacle to the next, boom, 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 creep spot after creep spot. Tanking with the ghouls, which is nice, just send them back, heal them up. And he is quite a bit faster than Foggy is already.
I'm surprised to see Foggy keeping this Row of the Beast. For Dryads, really not the best thing, and that nice little bit of boost of gold in the early stages is very good to have. As tier 2 finish, we're gonna see the Demon Hunter being the second hero of choice. That is at least the norm. Again, the Hunter Soul, perhaps a tad late, but this time it's only gonna be a tiny amount, if any.
Yeah, just reached tier 2, needs the second hero. Here's the Demon Hunter. Wonder if he queues Nature's Blessing again super fast. That's what he did on Concealed. Happy with the Graveyard. While tier 3 is running already, lots of his units are hurt. He doesn't have too much to work with currently.
Now the Keeper's level 3 with the Telestab. This is oftentimes where you can look for kills, look to do some damage. But the DK got his own level 3. Foggy sells some items at the shop, scouting in many different positions. Archers, Wisps, Treants, spread across everywhere. But Happy also aware of the Keeper timing, not exposing any weakness right now.
Do you think you should keep an eye on the marketplace and steal claws, for example, so Happy doesn't get them? Because he loves that marketplace on this lich.
True, that could be slowing down the lich, but it's also going to slow down the Night Elf on the other side. I think it's more important to get the necessary amount of Dryads out first, because you're going to need them.
Forces are under attack.
Keeper gets around right away. Happy pulls back the Acolytes instantly. None of them go down. One ghoul dropping low, but the DK shows up in time for the rescue. And again, a perfect defense by Hopper.
Yeah, that's it, right? It's perfect. It takes a split second. He even finds the sentry ward right in front of his base. Probably checked the inventory and saw that or heard that. Demon Hunter trying to creeping up towards level 3. Good with the Magi. Not perfect at all. Foggy sees the movement, cancels a little bit of regen. That shouldn't matter too much. What matters is experience on the Demon Hunter, and Happy is here to prevent that.
Yeah, the early game is really good for Keeper creeping and also the expansion, but the big problem with this map, mid-game creeping for the Demon is horrible. It's really hard to creep the middle because the Ancient of War is so slow to arrive, and as we saw there, you can easily get creep jacked. It's nice that he kept some green camps around his main to creep the Demon safely now, but he's absolutely not gonna get level 3 from this. And Foggy's rushing tier 3, by the way, which really opens him up to a Tinker all-in push.
So this is a Mana Stone for Happy as he creeps the marketplace.
Is it though?
Ah! Got my stones confused.
Yeah, the left one, the right one, you never really know. I know that feel. Foggy's still working
Quality
with
commentary right here.
a very small army here. 4 archers only. Did he lose one? I don't believe he did.
Don't think so.
Foggy is really stretching it with the greed.
He
He's
has
hoping
to.
that...
I mean,
Yeah, I guess so.
if the conventions don't work, you gotta try it with more greed. There's no other way.
If he shows up... If he shows up like in a few seconds with Frenzy and Tinker and Orb and pushes, there's almost no way for Foggy to hold that.
Does Happy know? Does he have as much information as he had before, or as he usually
A
has?
player's forces are
I haven't
under
seen
attack.
too many scouts out on the map.
Yeah, I don't think he does. He's just seen Dryads, he's seen Demons, this is all pretty normal. Usually right now would be the time where Foggy would just break into upkeep with mass Dryads to be safe. But Foggy's been greedy, look at that. He's going tier 3 with a small army, with a weak Demon, and guess what? He goes for a Shredder as well. The greed is off the charts.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what he needs.
Crystal Ball to scan once. That gives him a little bit of information. Wonder where it's landing. Did he use it already? Yes, he did.
Yeah, bottom right at the red.
Okay.
And Happy is taking his time. He's got his own Crystal Ball. Oh, what did he scan is the question. Top left, okay.
Closet mantle on him. And red spot it is. Probably for both.
Happy sells the crystal ball, buys the gloves. And Foggy, you know, gamble for him to play this greedy, but it turns out good for him. Happy is expanding in the end. Happy is not pushing, and Foggy is in the best position possible to go into 2-base 2.
Please tell me that Foggy does not forget to pick up the item because it's an ancient Django of endurance. Foggy, please. This item is insanely good.
Wait, where is it?
Bottom right.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh,
no,
no.
no, no,
Oh,
no, 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 no.
Oh no! You know, sometimes you creep a camp and then you don't have in mind the tome, like whatever. Who cares about the tome? You just move on with Shift A click. But when you go to the red camp, picking up that item is usually a big deal of that, you know, maneuver.
This is movement speed, this is attack speed, this is everything you ever wanted from this camp. Maybe you shift clicked it and then aborted the command or something. He will bite himself big time.
Like this time that Foggy is not overmaking Dryads. If you're going into this late game, Bears and few Dryads are the right units to go for, IMO, and Hippos. But as mentioned before, Foggy, not a big fan of Hippos. So we're certainly not seeing that yet. Keeper showing up. Oh, trying to get off the cancel here, but Happy's right there. It's not going to happen. May need to use the staff right now if he wants to evacuate.
The Lich is, by the way, once again incredible. I'm not too sure how many of these claws he found and how many he bought. Oh, take care of that surround. Got a staff quick, got a staff quick. Invul, then staff, which is a mistake.
And again, once you see the ghouls coming in, you know it's Happy. He's going to lock in that surround. He could have staffed instantly before the Lich was in range. And the mistakes are starting to add up again for Foggy.
Yeah, Foggy's falling apart here. Item first, then this one. Very, very expensive Tavern Revive. Demon Hunter level 4, okay. But this is not the shape you need to be in. You need to be A+ with 3 stars on top to have a chance.
EP home from the demon pretty aggressively. It's begging for a Nova. Yep. Hits right away. One bear taken out. Keeper joins in. Archer's being targeted by the ghouls right away. Pulls them back shortly after. I'm not sure if Happy's losing anything here. He'll go before 2 ghouls go down. Some of them will fall.
We'll trade them for bears. Happy is losing less ghouls than Foggy is losing bears.
Yeah. And where's the anti-air? Without hippos, how are you going to deal with these destroyers? It seems like Happy was expecting the hippo transition already. Was going into Gargs once again, moving away from Fiends in the late game. But this was just a little poke by Happy. Just a little poke to see what's going on. And he might just be winning with this little poke right here.
Yeah, the poke that throws Foggy off the cliff.
Are under attack.
Still at 64, but now it's 2-base, and judging from how this game goes, I don't think he expects the bottom right expo.
He's sitting earlier with the keeper, right?
Ah, yeah, true. He was
trying with his Dryads, good positioning here, trying to evade these Fiends as much as possible. Dryads, of course, against the Ghouls work out well, but once they meet the Orb, the Fiends and the Garg, it's going to be a different story. This is good splits by Foggy right now. He's picking off some units, he's hardly losing anything. He's getting value out of the Orb of Venom, takes out another Garg right there, but now he has to keep the hero alive. Alright, Lich out of mana, thank goodness.
He's expanding upper left again, and look who's moving there immediately. He just knows everything, right? All the time. Okay, Foggy, please pick this up! He just doesn't
see it yet, didn't have his camera there, unfortunately. Imagine if Happy passes by, he's gonna be like, oh my goodness, Christmas came early. It is snowing here after all. Wait, yeah. The demon may have realized. He may have realized.
Hard to chase an undead army, right? Are you kidding me? Oh.
Yes, okay, there we go. You know, this generation is all about instant gratification, Neo. Sometimes you have to pace yourself.
Yeah.
And go for those rewards a little bit later in life, you know?
Yo, don't know. Maybe figured out that items get better if they lay on the ground for 5 minutes. That would be quite a new mechanic in this old game. Beautiful.
Dude,
beautiful old game.
Officer would love that.
Sappers!
Oh, Sappers running in! There is Nature's Blessing!
Happy is turning Foggy's weapons against him. The Wisps hesitate! They are not allowed to do that. Expo upper left, cancelled. Expo at the 6 o'clock destroyed. Once again, perfection.
And now Foggy feels forced to attack, but here at the expansion we have reinforced the position with Blight with double towers. And Foggy again in trouble. You know, he fought his way back nicely, got a nice engagement in the middle, took off a couple of units and got a bit of a supply lead. But against Happy you need more than a bit of a supply lead.
Yeah. Foggy needs Super Saiyan mode, Rocky happy ending, Harry Potter's strongest spell stuff right now. And I'm not really sure if he has that ready. More Dryads.
What?
The Shredder.
What's the name of Rocky's girlfriend that he cries in the end?
I don't know, man. I never saw the Rocky
Ariana! Or something. I thought you know this. Alright, here we go. Destroyers being more 4 Destros in the air. It's air superiority once again. Happy's new approach here. Mass air in the late game. And no Panda to punish this. Going for the Dryads right away. Destroyers being the target here first. I guess even the Shredder coming in, that one might not survive for too long. Destroyers, of course, focusing on the Bears. Fiends starting to go down. Level 5 on the DK. That was pretty quick. Bears do clean up the Fiends. But what about the air?
They're attacking the Lich a lot, and it's barely any damage. Destroyers rain. Bears taken out. There's still a Fiend on the ground. He wants that statue. Gets it as well. So Happy is down to 48. Foggy had 46. Yeah, that was a lot of ground. But you're right. What to do now, Steph? Okay. Good impact by the Shredder. I don't think Happy saw that coming. Gets the revenge on it now. Fiend, of course, denied. Level 5 undead heroes.
Staff on cooldown still, so this bear is certainly deadsies.
Can he slow?
Foggy, very brawly here, continues to fight. And he's got the mana burn. In this scrappy kind of a game, mana burn is amazing. Keep the heroes low mana all the time on the undead side. But now the D-mana, he burns so much, he's out of mana himself.
Crypt fell, so Happy can't get up to 60 immediately. Foggy trying to establish his economy again. Expo upper left is running. Expo 6 o'clock is coming. You're telling me that there's a way back in this game?
Dude, this was honestly amazing, considering how things have been going horribly in the mid and late game here for Foggy. He's keeping his chances alive very, very well.
Adrian!
There we go.
That's the one.
I bet he had to Google it, otherwise he would have said it immediately, and now...
I had to double check because I watched Rocky dubbed in French and it was Adrien. I thought something like that. So, yeah.
Alright, Foggy. Impressive, man. That was a really good exchange. He's been working on those upgrades. 2-2. The Shredder is now gone, but with 1.6k lumber, I think Foggy's sitting pretty there, at least for some time. Happy only has 2 ghouls left, by the way. What's his upgrade saying? 2-0. His late game transition isn't going to be so easy to come by.
Okay, Foggy's trying again, poking, forcing Happy back, but he's intercepting the reinforcements. Foggy sees it, pulls him back. So, can Foggy establish the upper left? Happy is going there, he sees it, but this army is not designed to kill buildings.
Yeah. It'll take quite some time. Thank you, Nature's Blessing. In the meantime, Tree of Life in the bottom left coming. Foggy going to TP back. It's a great thing about this army, it's extremely fast for Happy. No need to TP, everything is really quick. Plus the aura. Can escape over the trees.
Happy goes for double Spirit Tower here to prevent the tree and Terraz. Dryad's trying to poke. Right. Unholy Aura level 2, still pretty good spell. And that's another cancel. But hey, upper left is up. We're still on 2-base, 2-base. Oh, Happy is rebuilding the crypt bottom right because that's where Foggy is not attacking.
Saves that dog. Are you kidding me? 1 HP. Oh, summons the tree and nice play. Gets one.
One shot, one kill.
Happy was banking here for a while, now producing again. Gargs off of 3 crypts.
and again the question, how do you counter this? Is there still time for Panda third?
I don't really think so. The thing is, Drunken Haze can be nice, even on level 1 Panda, but there's always Mass Destroyers. We saw that before. 4 Destros. There's no way that's not all gonna get dispelled.
I mean, against a mortal player, I would say, well, it's a super chaotic fighter and maybe he just doesn't hit it or something. But we're talking about Happy.
Yeah.
He's queuing that command while the Panda is still thinking about throwing that Drunken Haze.
Yeah, it's a very foolish idea indeed. But honestly, Foggy has been playing this pretty good. He's had 1 or 2 good exchanges, favorable, and then he's been keeping up the tempo. He's had a bit of a supply lead, and now he's going to have an expansion lead. Once this Expo is mining, I think Foggy should just keep on fighting, even if he loses a bit more. Play it kind of like Zerg versus Terran. Just keep on running in, bro. Let's go!
If you say so, brother. Demon Hunter close to 5. And the undead heroes are pretty much at peak. I mean, Aura 3 is gonna be great. Dark Ritual will get better, but it's not like we have game-winning ultimates there. On the other side, we have no interruption for Tranquility, and I don't have to tell you how good Metamorphosis is. Foggy making also sure that the 12 o'clock position is not being captured too easily.
Are under attack.
And again, we're in the ultra late game, boys. Both maxing out on their perfect army. This is certainly becoming quite the epic series.
Yeah, the clashes are insane. Ancient Jank, he bought Rune Bracers on the Demon Hunter.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen that, but it does make sense.
Probably. Little more
400 gold, a bit expensive, but he's got lots of income right now.
Is he waiting for something else? No. Yeah, 3 bases for Foggy.
Alright, but now we got the maxed out army again. I mean, not 100 supply like earlier, but 80 supply. This is not easy to fight into this Gargoyle army. Happy can just click down 1 Dryad after the next, or Bears, whatever it is. Foggy, how is he gonna do it?
How can he threaten these guards? That's the question. It's raining damage. He's trying to take out the destroyers. 1 is down already. Demon Hunter level 5. He's pretty tanky now. There's a lot of misses from this evasion, but also a lot of Dryads are falling. Foggy already losing 20 supply and counting. Shift, click, and that seems to be enough. Lots of damage going on into this illusion. Little mistake by Happy. Maybe Nova coming in. Level 6 DK. Get the coil off! Wonderful stuff by Foggy. Last second saving this game.
Dude, those Rune Bracers were amazing. He ate 2 Novas. Those Rune Bracers minimized the damage hugely. Demon Hunter staffing back in, but the Dryad count is so low now. Demon Hunter in trouble as well. Heal Potion first, or Keeper rather. Invoke Potion still available. But the damage is lowering more and more for Foggy.
There's no potion anymore. Moonwell's looking great for Foggy. And he's taking out more and more of these guards. Focusing on the air completely. Shifting a little bit to the guards to Reign Supreme on the ground as well. Keeper level 5. Foggy. Is he holding this here? It is still on 3 bases afterwards.
Lots of destroyers still remaining. Otherwise, the Keeper Entangle could be great right now. Demon Hunter in trouble again. Heal Potion. Staff for him is ready. Foggy lost a lot of units. So did Happy. Supply quite even. Still full mining at the Expo.
No lumber for Happy though. 1k gold, 40 lumber. Foggy on the other side is not making the night of mistake of resaturating these armies. No, 5-5 everywhere. Main base dried out for Foggy. Same for Happy. 2 base, 1 base situation. And Happy pulls back.
Foggy had 2,000 lumber earlier. Somehow he spent it all. No lumber for Foggy anymore either. Dryads pretty lumber heavy. There were like 9 Dryads queued a moment ago. Lots of Dryads coming in. Dude, those Rune Bracers. Genius.
Absolute master. Yeah, look at this. 7 Dryads. And Foggy was so smart. This AP, it's not gonna be an easy second expansion in the north for Happy. Foggy's just camping this out in the north, isn't he?
Boys, this is looking the best. I don't want to jinx it. But this is looking the best in a while that Foggy has appeared in a game against Happy.
Sentry wards with protection to be found here. Acolytes moving their way over. I wonder if Happy knows about this AP. Foggy, do you see this coming?
Ring of Regen, very good in the late game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ring of Protection.
Yeah. Against the Focus Fire. First we had the Rune Braces against the Coil Nova. And the Ring of Regen basically counters the Orb of Corruption. Happy... He sold a claw, if I'm... Oh, no, he sold gloves. So he's giving up on some of the Lich equipment. But here's the next push. Foggy's expansion, 3,500 left.
Keeper, you gotta be careful, bro. You don't want to be walking alone right there.
It's dangerous to go alone.
As we know. Second Shredder, by the way, Foggy notices. Whoops. All my lumber is gone.
Happy has only 1,000 left in the expansion.
Yeah. If Foggy holds the next 2 attacks, he might win this game. But the expansion is coming top left. Foggy is mining.
Happy is maxed out at 70. He sold a Ziggurat, I guess. Must have, otherwise... Or was he never at 80? He must have. Squeezing gold out of this game. Attack is coming. Foggy, do you want to hold this or do you want to rely on your base? Or do you just want to keep it one base in the end?
Thing is, he can't really repair because the Wisps are all going to get Nova'd, so this tree is gone. He could move over the Tree of Eternity, but that's risky.
Yeah, I think you really want the staff to the main base to then heal up and get back into the fight. That might be worth more. Treants protecting this 100 gold mine. Happy had to give up on that. Gold count 500.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy looking for free kills. If he gets the Shredder, that's a big one, but he doesn't want to commit into the main too much.
Maybe he was looking for the Tree of Eternity.
Yeah, true. May have been in transit, but was not in this case. Or he could easily get some ghoul kills here. Picking off the Dryads or the Gargs is hard, but if he focuses on the ghouls a bit, maybe?
Foggy has a 20 supply lead. Sending Treants everywhere to make sure this base is not coming up. Happy's mined out in 200.
Player's forces are under attack.
Invis potion on the Demon Hunter. Wants to burn.
I was about to say.
Exposes himself now.
He's gonna be punished.
Coil Nova barely does any. That was level 3 Coil Nova.
Bracers. Be nice. Would be awesome if you also had some bears here for rejuve, but no, it's just pure Dryads. Nothing but Dryads.
Happy's army is split once again. And he saves that one. Foggy mining for 2k. Oh, Clash in the North? Not yet. Happy's mined out. And Foggy is positioning himself in a way that if Happy moves the... if Happy moves the Acolyte to this expansion, he will notice.
This is a weird chess game now. It's all about movement, all about where you position your army, what damage you find. It's not even that much about micro at the moment.
Yeah, it's so stressful, man. These guys play very, very unique games of WarCraft. There's no encounter that has been like this. Both know each other inside out. Both live in each other's heads.
Happy's paying the last bit of his gold. He's once again gonna get up to 80 supply, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's no recovering. There's no rebuilding. There's no re-expanding anymore, really.
Foggy is at 96 at the moment. So even though Happy is at 80, the supply lies with Foggy. 1 heal scroll, 1 mana potion. That's all that Happy has.
There should be a Demon 6, right, in the fight, I think.
Possible.
Absolutely get there. Yeah, true.
Oh, the tree walks over to the north. I wonder if that's a mistake in the long run. Staffs will end up...
Yeah, with that the demon could get punished way more. Even if he's got the Rune Bracers. 2 Coil Novas, he's still gonna have to be staffed out.
Another Invis potion, got the Invul as well. Devotion Aura. Was some battle drums in the shop.
30... Am I seeing that right? 33 Dryads? It's hard to read for me on the OBS. It's perhaps the most Dryads I've ever seen.
Happy sells the bottom right. He wants to re-establish this base. Oh my god. But until he can build more units than this, it takes forever. He has to build 5 more Ziggurats.
Spoink. Sproink, sproink, sproink. So many dryads.
Happy and Foggy. Neck and neck, both with their next base in the top.
A town is
And Foggy has shop control here. Got invul. Mana burns are nice. Happy has to force the mana potion soon. Okay, Demon Hunter at 50%. Who's gonna win this fight for map number 2? So many Dryads. Keeper in trouble. Happy seeks his hail in hero focus. Does that work?
Now dropping low as well. He's going to be forced into invul potion right now. Foggy's going to TP out. He knows the Keeper could be going down any moment beyond this. Good target fire. Takes out a few more gargoyles.
To the north though.
Foggy with way more supply left.
There's no Moonwells here. Happy. Are you ready? There's 2 statues for him. There's acolytes he can eat. Demon Hunter is back to full health. How about that Keeper? He's moving back now. He has no consumables on him. Happy punching for the second map. Are you kidding me?
Now gonna have to fight without his first hero. That means also solo experience for the Demon Hunter right now. Level 6. Todd mentioned it. There it is. He's gonna pop it right away. Yes, he is. Now he has splash damage against Mass Air, and GG is called. Happy finally gives up the map. A first map in forever, in 5 months. And Foggy ties this up.
The first map on this patch against Night Elf on his home turf, everybody. The first map in a DreamHack Circuit 2021, everybody. We got ourselves a series, everybody.
And apparently the sight of a Demon level 6 was enough for Happy to be like, alright, I can't win this anymore. That was a wild game here. Another very long one here. We're not seeing very quick games, so it's a good sign because it means that Foggy is not making those mistakes that he was making recently when he was getting absolutely crushed by Happy in some of these games. So much gold was mined. The difference actually was not that big, like Foggy with 21,000 to Happy's around 19,000, but a lot more was lost to upkeep by Foggy for sure. He mines double the lumber though that Happy did, so very reliant on that here with the Dryads. And very convincing game, I would say. I mean, at some point it looked like it was going to be another Happy victory, but finally he drops his first map. He's mortal, guys. He can bleed.
Apparently so. What a series already. We have ourselves a tied situation after 2 maps. Who would have thought we give these guys a little bit of a rest? That is absolutely necessary. 3 minutes and then map 3 for match points. Welcome back to DreamHack European Grand Final. The score does not lie, everybody. Happy lost the first Mac in DreamHack in 5 months. And all it took was an out-of-his-mind playing Foggy on Northern Isles of all maps. The stats on Northern Isles before were 1 and 30 from Foggy's perspective.
Got that one down, Chief. We got it. We finally got the win. It took a very good early game, very clean expansion play, good Demon Hunter creeping, and a whole bunch of greed. Oh my god, he was greeding up the wazoo. But, you know, Happy, we keep on saying that he's not so predictable anymore. In the late game in this matchup, maybe he is predictable. And it seems like he doesn't go for these pushes anymore, ever, and he always goes for the counter expansion.
There were still things that could have been made better as well, like this endurance on the ground. I don't know if Foggy felt like he needed a little bit of extra handicap. Of course, the one that we often refer to as the Harry Potter, the Rocky Balboa. I feel like we need more nicknames for Happy, you know, like he's the Emperor, but I feel like he's a little bit of Ivan Drago-esque in his approach, where it might not be pull-ups, push-ups, and cardio, but instead like all-day WarCraft 3 with a lot of practice. And he definitely also wants to try and prevent his opponents from getting their ice cream money. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it.
Do you guys remember when Foggy defeated Happy in the ESL Cup best of 5? Do you remember that last map? It was this one. It was Echo Isles. Let's go. And it's the same starting position as well. Happy in the yellow upper left. Foggy upper right in the red. Is it Keeper or is it just like in February, the Warden? Keeper.
Keeper shall be the choice once again. Happy here with a nowadays very unconventional in this matchup build, Ted Fiends. This was popular for a while, especially when Niles were playing Keeper Mass Air, but that's not really meta anymore because their ghouls are pretty useless. You want to transition to Fiends fast. With this build, Happy will be able to transition into Fiends quickly, but he's going to have extremely low tempo and low pressure potential on the map. If Foggy realizes what the build is, which he's going to scout for, he can expand super early. He can expand on one archer only.
Twitch chat, let me see you spam a little bit. Spam this Froggy to support Foggy, or spam this Kappa to support Happa. What is it? What is this? This is already an historic series. Like, Foggy must feel like the king of the world so far, but he has to calm his nerves, to not get too excited, to not fly too close to the sun. And Happy, does he still know how it feels to lose maps in important series? What does this do to him then?
Yeah, normally another one of his strengths is that he doesn't really get flustered and he can always come back. We've also seen him come back from 0-2s plenty of times before. Here now, of course, it's a 1-1. Interested to see now how Foggy is adjusting. This is not the expected build necessarily, this Ted Fiend opening, but there it is. Tech for Happy coming in very quickly, ready to transition into Fiends soon. Which means the Keeper is going to have pretty much free reign for quite some time here.
For sure. Happy has to keep them at home or very close to home. Oh, last hit opportunity. Too early. Keeper level 2. Happy misses this one. His Acolyte, quite deadly. Probably the most deadly Acolytes, the assassins on the planet. And now we got Treants, we got Entangle, and we got no solution for this for a while.
Foggy falling into old habits again a bit, I feel here. Level 2 Demon Hunter Harass. This is something he used to do years before, and I always felt he was being way over aggressive with this. This Keeper could easily freely creep to level 3 right now and clear out the natural and expand on the spot.
Player's forces are under attack.
But he's trying to be aggressive.
I guess he feels that his creeping can work anyway, but the engine of war is in the north. It's not like he has a shop here or a second engine of war here or a tree of life here. This did nothing.
He realizes now he can expand on the spot. I like that. Understanding that Happy's aggressive potential is going to be very low, as is the nature of this build. But Happy switching gears. He is after all not going Fiends. Brings in the ghouls now.
A player's forces
Foggy creeps up the natural. With the staff, arrives here. I'm going to try to plant down the tree in a moment. Happy's creeping? Happy is creeping the marketplace.
He got so
This
used.
is such a weird early game by Happy.
Yeah, I mean, he got so used to the big mana potions, right? He wants that back. And of course, it's gonna be a big mana potion. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Foggy creeping this, and it's getting closer to level 3, but this won't be enough. Big healing. Wow, and Foggy scouts it. Detonate! Give some good experience.
It's gonna make creeping the rest of the camp a lot harder. In fact, it's unable to. DK used all of his mana, most of his HP, and managed to get to level 2. This is not a good early game, and honestly, this is not looking like a really good build by Happy. This build is just weird. He opens Ted Fiends to then go into Ghouls again.
Maybe
And
he
Foggy
needs,
is gifted a very, very easy early game here.
maybe he needs a lot of
player's
lumber
forces
for a
are
lot of
under
frost
attack.
worms. No,
Is this
obviously
the time he's gonna bring it back? Dude, he used to be really good with frost worms in this matchup. And the keeper finds him. It's gonna be at least a heal potion forced.
Oh, wow, that's the big one, of course. More right clicks coming in. Entangle cooldown pretty low. Body block was good. And yeah, no level 3 here. Entangle number 2. We wanted to go for a Shadow Priest, I guess, but it's in the end this one big consumable used. Foggy's getting ready to creep even more. Expo, 3/4.
Demon Hunter coming again. He has to wait for the Hunter's Hall a little bit, but not by much. It's gonna be done in a second. Then it's gonna be the double lures starting once again. Look at Happy this time. He's far away from DK level 3. He's trailing behind in experience, and he absolutely doesn't have the same momentum as we saw before on both other maps. And it's all because of the opening. Because he didn't play ghouls, because he couldn't creep heavy early. And it's such a weird choice.
Remo, I'm not
The only way this makes sense is if he wants to go into an all-in push, really.
Yeah. I'm not too sure, but there was a skeleton here at the expansion. It's nighttime. I think the vision ended exactly at the first tree line, and the Tree of Life was built behind that. I mean, of course he has to
A player's
assume
forces
that
are
there's an
under attack.
expo, but maybe he doesn't know, and maybe he's gonna be faked out. It could be huge
keeper.
potentially.
Eating a bit of punishment here. Gonna have to staff out. That one works out well enough. Okay.
This one expired right before. Again, nighttime. Again, not sure if he saw this.
Yeah. Maybe not, but you should certainly realize, I mean, it's a keeper. There must be an expansion. Demon gets level 2. Ring +4 for him is actually really good. Protecting him from the orb.
Happy creeping now with skeletons. Statue coming in. And it's still not level 3. Needs 102 more. Keeper's trying to find him. Has a little bit of a misread. Can still go north. Try to do some damage there.
Oh, he's trying to creep the middle, but that one's gone already. Needs to be quick with these archers. Alright, pulls them back right away. Every unit matters right here. Fiends coming. Destroyer form upgrade.
Foggy's
The upside of this build is you can go for a stronger push way faster. With faster destroyers, 3 fiends, bring almost all the ghouls, go for a 3rd hero, and then go for a strong all-in push towards the enemy expansion. But it is very all-in. That's of course the thing about it.
Okay, it is Foggy's map after all. Maybe this is a reason why Happy is choosing this build, saving more reliable builds for later. Another last hit here. Every single point of experience counts. This one goes to Happy. And this one as well, but... Oh, not too sure. I think this creep's got the skeleton. Okay, and he cleans this up in the end. But the Demon Hunter, Gloves of Haste, a little bit of damage. All the archers... Don't leave him. He leaves them on the ground again. Okay, this time he fixes it a lot sooner.
Alright, finally gonna have full mining here for Foggy. Good setup at the expansion as always. Shop, AP, Ancient of War is supposed to buy some time. But Foggy needs a big army. He has the tier 2 disadvantage. He's gonna need at
player's
least
forces
60,
are under attack.
65 supply to be really fight ready. All these archers looking mighty hurt.
One Nova, man. One Nova. But we got level 3. He needs to be greedy against Happy. If you're not greedy, if you play casual, you lose. Talisman of Evasion on that Lich. We see Foggy haunt the second hero. Oh, dodges the coil. One. He's everywhere right now. His reflexes on this third map are impeccable.
Happy is expanding after all. He did go for this slow tempo build with a good push, but he does expand after all. Come to think of it, maybe he played this build because this is the only way you can really punish an Ancient of War creep at the Merc camp. Maybe that's why. Maybe he didn't want to allow a Warden to take control of this game. Which does make sense if that was his reasoning. But it certainly slowed down his entire game. He is now going for the counter expansion, which should trigger Foggy
A player's forces are
either
under attack.
to push heavily or to go for tier 3 himself.
Invis potion on the DH already. Gonna get a good scouting information. But not yet, apparently. More attack upgrades or more upgrades in general. I feel like never are upgrades as important as in the Happy versus Foggy matchup.
Yeah. Especially on the Dryads. You have to have armor upgrades, otherwise they
Player's
just die
forces are
instantly.
under attack.
Foggy is making more and more of those Dryads. This is the difficult thing in the late game. Knowing when to transition. Are you supposed to transition at all? Are you supposed to go all in yourself? Foggy is a fan of going for that 7 supply Dryad push with 1 or 2 heal scrolls and upgrades. But he's gonna have to do severe damage, if not outright win the game with this.
Yeah. We got here Ring of Protection +4. Very tanky items in general for Happy. He's not so lucky with that. Good attack speed on the Lich, of course, but not what you want. One staff. Demon Hunter is super tanky. And no tier
Give him
3
now the
yet.
tele staff as well, and then he can nicely jump around.
There is a second crypt now. Of course, fitting. Now that we have the expansion up. Necropolis, Nerub Tower.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh. Destroyer caught, but I think the Dryad movement not perfect. A little bit of healing from that Dispel. And that Destro should be safe.
Foggy's doing it. He's going all in. There's no transition here. No tier 3. No sir. He's bringing in 5 wisps from the main. He's even bringing the AP from the expansion. This is all in. How much does Happy have? 50 supply only right now.
Against 77.
Every other undead is gonna die here. But this is Happy we're talking about.
Do you remember this one game they fought on Twisted where Foggy was tower pushing him in the upper right and Happy was down to a hero and I don't know, a Nerubian tower or something and he still won that game? This is kind of what it feels like. Foggy brings it all. 80 supply, berserkers, wisps, buildings, items, consumables. This has to work. Burns the illusion! Unfortunate start for Foggy.
Is that Berserker alive for what it's worth, I guess? Happy making use of his high mobility here with the Unholy Aura, which is almost level 2. That's a huge upgrade. If he gets it. And Foggy, his push is being delayed. It's taken a while.
Foggy
Yeah, seems to have decided to go for the main rather than the expansion.
Foggy has 3 heal
The town
scrolls.
is under siege.
Wisps are ready for a detonate. Ancients are trying. Wait for me, guys! Wait for
A
me!
player's forces are under attack.
And okay, they can't flank from the right-hand side. A little bit of a Mexican standoff. Who's gonna agree to the dance and where?
Happy could take out these ancients pretty easily now. They're stuck in the water, they can't root. That AP is going down right away. No
damage.
new APs coming.
Free damage on that fiend. There is no coil for a bit. Oh, there was a coil here, actually. Could have saved it, but I guess the damage was too much anyway. Gargs are coming more and more.
It's all taking forever. Happy's buying so much time here. Not losing much. That destroy would be a big loss.
There's
Okay,
the
though,
coil.
ready with the coil.
He has no mana potion, but there's a shop now. Yeah, Happy is closing that supply gap. And Foggy is not close. Oh, Foggy is closing the tech gap. He's second to tier 3 now. Again, the burn on the illusion. Second one.
I think he has to go into a fight
Player's
now, though.
forces
He has to
are
rotate
under
out these Dryads. They're not gonna do well in the late game. Well, normally that is the case against Fiends, but against the Garg earlier it worked out. This is sort of new territory. These guys have their own meta, and they're at the very top of the game.
Yeah. Happy's going A-bombs. Disease Cloud is at 3/4. Fighting at the undead home turf advantage is never a great idea. But maybe this time it's necessary.
First heal score committed. One guard going down. Damage stacking up on the A-bomb quite a bit. That one also gonna fall. Lots of experience. Level 4 on the demon.
Super important. That level 2 evasion prevents so much damage. There's still 1,000 gold for Foggy. Getting ready for 100 supply.
Wagon is genius right now. This wagon, if he can push it into a good position, is gonna solo break this contain.
Yeah. Must be bears then for Foggy, I guess. From 80 to 100.
Well, that's what was missing on Northern Ice, right? Just one wagon to throw around Disease Cloud. That was the one thing missing in that game. Takes Happy one game and he realizes what he needs.
Okay, we got a big mana potion here. Is he willing to steal it away? Wand of Illusion now. Okay, can maybe soak up something. Third defense upgrade coming. And what's next? Second shop for double orb right away.
Selling the dust makes sense. Fiend's not really too much of a factor anymore. We do have 3 left, but it seems to be mostly Gargs once again in the late game.
He wants so much gold. He's not buying more items. It's all army apparently. Master Bears. Nothing is happening, but the tension is incredible.
And they're again both very willing to bring it to the late game. Supply-wise, tech-wise is looking similar now. Foggy has the much better items. Looking at the heroes' inventories. Not so much the permanent items, but rather the consumables on Foggy looking really good, and Happy's Lich not crazy stacked. No claws, just 2 gloves, but he could buy some more.
Yeah, he has 300 gold. Pit stop at the marketplace.
A player's
Is there anything
forces are under
available?
attack.
Oh, claws available. Gloves available. He buys 9 and 5. Here we go. Super Lich has arrived.
But having an invuln perhaps a bit scary, but this Lich was never really in trouble before. Double meat wagon now. This is gonna be really hard to fight with Dryads.
He has 3 heal scrolls against it and 1,000 gold bank. Happy caught up in supply. Fighting toe to toe. He has a little bit of an XP lead. Foggy is patiently waiting for the bears. Done. Okay, start production now, as well as for the third upgrade.
Alright boys, we're going to 100 supply again. Of course, this game, Foggy's under pressure to get stuff done because his expansion started mining way later.
Yeah.
And also, there's no rune bracers this time around.
If Foggy can take out these wagons, Happy's lacking damage, isn't he? No A-bombs in the front. Disease Cloud is only coming from them.
Yeah, the bears are gonna help a lot. The bears are gonna force the fiends to always be walking back and also for the wagons to be pressured while the Dryads try to deal with the air.
Foggy shuts the door, positions himself again at the expansion or around the expansion. There's no... okay, Wellspring is up. It's cute. Thought, okay, might need that. Demon Hunter level 4 didn't get anything since the initial push there into Happy's base.
Happy positioning himself on the perfect spot on the map, by the way. Down here in this narrow alley. There's no way Foggy can engage here with bears and Dryads. But he could force a fight out in the open at the end of the expansion. There's 2 towers there, but in this ultra late game with 3/3 units, 2 towers don't really make that much of a difference.
Foggy has 100 supply. Foggy has 3/3. This is it now. He used the heal scroll.
Alright.
Somewhere. Another crypt coming for Happy for instant reinforcements. Has a shop here, has a narrow tower here, has a spirit tower here. Positioning for the meat wagons is insane. Where do we go?
Only 2 destroyers, by the way. Not that much to spell.
Bear safe to the side. Another bear coming north. And once again, Foggy rather goes to the main base.
Happy may have TP to his main maybe for better positioning. One bear getting caught in the back. Staff is ready.
Ooh, this bear is a gift.
Are under attack.
But he takes that one.
How good is the position gonna be? Treants scouting. Demon Hunter weaving in and out, but Happy's getting 3 kills with mana.
Level 4, all memes aside, is actually pretty damn good for Dark Ritual sustain.
Yeah.
It's a bad position now though for Foggy. His bears are busy with the main.
Needs to go through with this, right? Shop is going down, but okay, a lot of Dryads could fall. Happy repositioning. In the back of everything, protected by the buildings. There's no business for Foggy here.
There's one bear, but some will be going down. Foggy gonna TP out. One more bear. Gonna... Oh my god, actually saved. And this was a pretty indecisive fight. Not much happened there. One bear went down. Maybe a Dryad or 2. Crypt taken out. Some TPs forced.
Damn it. Oh, I think Foggy is stuck. Has to uproot the lore. Okay, gold mine comparison. 500 extra for Happy in the main. 4-7 here versus 6-8.
Yeah, Foggy would of course love to fight out in the open battlefield where he can easily target the Gargs away from buildings, away from trees as well, and just let those bears connect. But Happy's always looking for the better position, always trying to hide behind his own buildings or in a very narrow position. So again, it's a late game chess match, all about army movement, army positioning.
The town is under siege.
Now Happy looking to be quite eager, and now he is wide out in the open.
Okay, with Moonworld support, again, we get the Coil Nova on the Demon Hunter, but instantly regenerates that. Help of a lot of Moonworlds might be possible for Foggy here. Also the wagons way more exposed, but the Dryads not willing to jump on it. The mana burn this time a lot more helpful as they actually get rid of mana.
Happy has no mana, he can't fight right here. He's gonna TP out. Trades a TP for a Moonwell. And he buys time, I guess. There's no late game transition happening for Happy. But it's more time where the expansions are mining and soon to be mining out. Well, not very soon, but...
And of course he does a little damage constantly, thanks to Disease Cloud. Another illusion used. Oh man. This is nothing for people who want to see action-packed fights all the way. This is a lot different. This puts the S in RTS.
Yeah, it's a very delicate late game here. Both cautious, not to overextend. This is the exact opposite of Remind. It's just like, careful, careful.
The player's forces are under
Don't go
attack.
too far.
Yeah, if you overstep once, you're dead. Foggy saw the sack pit, so he must know that scouts are coming his way. And Dryads are already at only 2/3 HP. Foggy needs these heal scrolls.
Yeah, this would be not a good time to fight at all. We still have pretty good moon juice left. But if the trading continues during daytime, that might change.
There's hippos coming. He queues 4 hippos on top of the 3 he already got.
Okay.
Somewhere in his mind, Coach Remo appeared.
Hippos, I think, cannot work out really well. It's always a big number of question of numbers, though. Happy, by the way, doesn't have web. Of course not. There's been no hippos so far this whole series.
But he's going Dreadlord in anticipation of this.
Oh my god. Did he just read this? Just out of nowhere? The madman?
Can we check if he's in a voice call with us somewhere? Shade style.
Yeah, he's got the shade now, but he's only beginning to scout at this moment. He didn't see the triple Ancient of Wind yet.
A player's forces are under
He
attack.
should go Aura first, right? Like hippos.
Yeah. Vamp Aura is way too crazy. in melee fights. 20% lifesteal. Or did they reduce it again? No, right? Still 20%?
20.
Ridiculous.
Hippos are gonna have roar if it doesn't all get dispelled. And destroyer count is not very high.
On the other side, yeah, there's gonna be Nova against the stacked up hippos.
It's sleep, boys.
Retrain on the keeper. Brilliant.
Oh, he actually
Happy loves doing sleep. Yeah, he loves doing that against the Demon Hunter mana burn. The thing is, Dryad auto dispel doesn't work on hero spell, so you have to do it manually. But I mean, you know, should be doable.
100 supply again. You never see 100 supply in WarCraft in this game. Third, like in this series, third time.
Oh, that's a freebie here. Thank you.
Now
Foggy, not really close to great level ups.
No. Like the XP gain for Foggy is absolutely abysmal. But that's the nature of this map. Takes out crypt number 1. Happy's responding. It's gonna backstab. 3 hippos plus 17 damage.
It's really low mana on these bears. He can't reapply the roar. If this gets dispelled, it can't be recast. Not really. And of course the Nova. The Nova from range. The Wisps. Genius! To drain the Lich, but he does have Dark Ritual. Happy's trapped in a corner. I think Foggy should go in right here, but he does have a TP.
Yeah. It would open up either the main or the expansion, of course. Happy brings the ghouls. Can he get another freebie? He's not willing to connect. Sleep on the Demon Hunter to prevent. Okay, Nova, we're dancing, we're fighting! 100 supply clashing on both sides. This is the decision of map 3. Heal scrolls everywhere, damage everywhere. Foggy is dropping to 90, Happy as well. Oh my god, level 4, the Keeper. The Gargs prevail, but the Dryads can still clean this up. Dreadnought about to fall here. Close! Dust settled. 74 for Foggy. Main base exposed. 67 for Happy.
That was so close, man. Only 2 Gargs left over in that air fight. But the Disease Cloud also doing a bit of damage. It's not really applied on much of the army. Happy coming back to his main to defend. Losing a bit of infrastructure.
The shop is
probably
gone.
gonna have to TP out here soon.
Slaughterhouse is gone. It can only be... Oh, no. One more shot. Take out this Slaughterhouse. He doesn't. And kills the bear. Nice by Happy. And that gives him 2 HP, gives him another statue.
And that was the one time Foggy could go into mass hippos. He's still trying to get back up to like 12 hippogriffs.
Happy has only 1 crypt remaining.
Oh yeah. He's going fiends. He's not trying to counter with hippos anymore.
Is Foggy getting fooled by this and continues with hippos? Not really.
Honestly, I think it would be the right call. If he overpowers the destroyers, bears would be great, but the thing is he doesn't have many bears. This is now the late game problem. He's going to be stuck on mainly Dryads against fiends.
He's almost out of gold.
Oh my god, this is still so crazy.
He's almost out of gold. Happy knows this. 2,800. Happy can rebuild. And the Shade knows everything. Foggy burned through 3 heal scrolls in the process of this. There's 2 available, but almost no gold. Foggy's gonna mine out.
Happy sitting on his expansion like a mother hen on the egg. This is his win condition.
Speaking of eggs and hens, all eggs in one basket. 2 Gargs, no web. Still, it's finishing now.
It's huge. That's absolutely huge. Hippos coming in, begging for the Nova. There it is. Happy always waits for the Hippos to clump up and then have the perfect Nova to come in. 1 destroyer goes down though. Only 2 left all of a sudden. Hippo still doing damage. Invo Potion on the D-Mana was used already. Nova comes in again. Happy never exposed himself hardcore to these mana burns, trying to kite backwards.
More bears attacking these fiends. The wagon is still doing tremendous damage, but Foggy had to take care of the abomination first. Might need to kite here. The hippos are somewhat still in the air, doing a lot of damage. Another bear falls. Crypt Lord safe to keep this aura. Supply is still so close. We have a wisp remaining. Everything so hurt for Foggy. This could be the end right here. He does have a heal scroll. Oh my god, the value on this heal scroll, Remo.
be using it in a moment. There it was, going for the Lich as well. There's no invul potion for the Lich. Saves him with the last coil. Absolutely no more mana on Happy, and he doesn't have a shop in the main. But the Disease Cloud is working overtime as well. Happy falling back onto Blight next to the Black Citadel. Almost all bears have been taken out. The damage from Foggy isn't high anymore. The Demon Hunter dropping lower as well, eating some skeletons for some more mana on the Lich. Almost level 5 on this Lich. And the Disease Cloud is doing huge damage over time. DK has to be saved, and he is with the next Destroyer Dispel. Hardly any air left anymore. More hippos getting taken out, and Foggy. This push is not working. The Demon Hunter goes down. And the rest of the army is gonna follow. The Keeper has the invul potion, but it's not quite good enough. Foggy almost broke him, but not quite.
Oh man, Happy is limping to map win number 2. The Nova gets him. The resiliency, GG, Happy with match points on the way to DreamHack title number 6. What a banger matchup, man. Foggy was incredibly close. But no, Happy knows again exactly how far to push it.
Yeah, the Hippo Rider attempt, unsuccessful. It was a game of details. At the end here, Happy started nuking the Demon Hunter once his staff back in again, and I think Foggy had a chance to actually kill the Lich. The Lich went for one last Nova with like exactly 125 mana, and the Demon could have burnt the DK and then targeted the Lich, but instead he burned the Lich, burnt only 4 mana, and because of that, the Death Knight had a Death Coil. Lich got entangled, and whereas the Lich sometimes perhaps would have died, and I think there was a good chance for that, Lich survived, and that was the beginning of the end here. I think after that for Foggy, which I really wonder why, like, should he attack here for sure, right? He has less gold on his side of the map, but if he sits on his side of the map, then he has Moonwells defensively, so it would be way better for him. I'm not sure that attacking at the end was the right way.
There was 2,500 gold still in the mine. Happy could overpower him, I believe. I think Focus Fire was a little off in the end. 2 HP on the Slaughterhouse gave Happy, I think, 1 statue and an A-bomb, if not more. And there was a lot of wagons. Could have been killed as well. They did a lot of damage in the end. Happy gets away with a very, very, very black eye. But again, finds himself on match points. We have 2 maps left. That is Autumn Leaves and Last Refuge. But oh, we need a little bit of a breather. It's a 3-minute break and then we go on to map 4. All right, everybody. Match points for Happy. We've been here before. 2 more maps potentially. Foggy is facing once again a silver medal, his 3rd, and maybe it is time for a little summoning of Coach Rima.
You know, hard to give advice to a man who was able to take a map off of Happy and also make it really close in the next one. I have been critical of mass rides for a long time, although kudos to Foggy, he made him work so well before. But Happy just found the answer. Wagons, Disease Cloud, that is the answer. Amazingly, Happy was also able to hold that 100 supply push with bears, dryads, and hippos, 100 supply. That is insanely hard to do, but this is Happy you're facing. I would like to see Foggy try to go with a different route, go fewer on the dryads, go more hippos more quickly, and play 3rd hero. This is a pretty big map with a lot of creep camps, autumn leaves. If you could go for Keeper Demon expansion and a Panda 3rd, and then go hippos quickly to battle the gargoyles, I think that might be better. Then he's not going to get punished so hard by Disease Cloud.
This is map 4. This is autumn leaves. What a grand final, man. These playoffs were pretty one-sided until Foggy and Johnny stepped in the ring yesterday, and Foggy comes here and gives us a fight. He might maybe lose this, but again, he's conquering the hearts, and he almost conquered Echo Isles as well. What's left in the tank, Remo? We are back to a ghoul build for Happy.
Yeah. I feel like Foggy didn't quite punish that Ted Fiend build enough. I would have loved to see him play defensively on his map, creep level 2, and then move to the natural, creep that right away, because the DK can't stop it, and expand on the spot, but maybe there he was a little not quite greedy enough. Whereas on Otherwise he was ultra greedy. On Echo he could have greeded up a bit more perhaps, but he still made a very, very close game indeed.
So, how much of an assassin is this Acolyte this time? Not really. Doesn't want to headbutt away. Gloves of Haste for Foggy. Happy approaches this now. Keeper start always good, of course, with Engine of War creeping. The advantage. Foggy
are under attack.
Builds the shop. This is a little... like, usually would cancel this already.
Yeah, this is very weird.
But he got...
normally...
he got... wait. How is he... okay, he has 2 Moonwolves already. Huh.
Alright. Tech gonna be coming in next. DK comes in. He knows if he deals last hits here, he's gonna prevent level 2 on the Keeper. But 2 Skellies would be enough. So once again, Happy playing aggressive early, trying to slow down the Keeper, and with Backpack creeping with Ghouls at the same time. This is something that he started doing on Concealed Hill first, where it's really good because of lots of creeps having medium armor, but also doing it here now. And again, Foggy's gonna have a bit of a tough time here getting that coveted level 3.
Acolyte falls. There's no way around that anymore. And yeah, Happy always gets the level 2. It's incredible how he always finds a way. He was creeping at the side with ghouls, so Unholy Aura unlocked.
A player's forces are under attack.
And we're on the way to tier 2.
Deadly Staff on the DK, also potentially keeping that away from the Keeper. Ghouls moving south. They could have just crept the natural. That's pretty easy to do for 6 ghouls. But they're moving south to meet up with the DK. Haven't seen Happy play ghouls aggressively in a long time, but this might be the time.
Okay. DK coming in, trying to disrupt this expansion immediately. Entangle, surround. He has a staff though, and that's an easy way out to his ghouls probably. But this gives Foggy some time.
It was a slight mistake by Happy though. He could have stuck around there at a bit more range and not get surrounded and threaten last hits there, and could have forced a lot more mana out of the Keeper and made this a lot harder. So, tiny little mistake here by Happy makes this a pretty easy expansion for Foggy, unless Happy finds the cancel here with the ghouls.
Ring of Protection. This map has no marketplace, so if Happy doesn't find the right items, then that's an issue. And you can't stack that Lich. He bought, I think, 3 to 4 items on Echo Isles. But okay, here comes the push. 5 ghouls. Archers are in position.
That's definitely going to be a cancel. Oh, misses the coil. Happy with the second mistake in quick succession. Gets another kill. That kill leads to level 3 Keeper. That leads to more kills. TP's out to save the rest of the gang. One more ghoul falls. And that was an expansion cancel, yes, but it came at quite the price.
And the Wisp is ready. Sets it up immediately. And the price was, I guess, relatively heavy. There's no skeletons here anymore. 90 seconds over. So he has to go back.
And now the strong Keeper level 3 going to be able to apply quite a bit of pressure once again. No Demon Hunter?
Maybe both a little exhausted. Getting a little slower. Or it's a new approach. The Alpha
not sending anything to the tavern, so it seems like he's just... Alright, a couple seconds late.
Foggy has a staff himself now. Wants to be a little safe, of course, against Happy surrounds. You need this safe exit.
Well, not too easy to creep for Happy right now. When the Lich comes out, there's not many safe camps to go for. Natural, kind of exposed. The top left gold mine, perhaps, would be the best, but it's also not so easy to creep.
Shop first. Keeper is making his way into the base.
Can he finally kill an Acolyte? Nova. Acolyte pullback. You shall not get it.
Cloak of Shadows gets him the dust. Coil Nova. Ay, 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 ay. Stressful moments. Entrance of Lore. 1, 2, no tier 3 tech. It's Master Rights again.
Alright. Same standard build. I like that by Foggy. This is the most reliable, probably the only really reliable build to make it to the late game. And the question will be what the late game transitions are going to be.
Foggy's a little greedy with the creeping here, of course, in the middle of the map. Happy moves to the outskirts for that consumable. Will it be the 3rd mana potion in 4 games? Nope, in.
Go there for Foggy, gonna pop that right away. I like that. Of course, against destroyers, useless. And it's gonna help up now to speed up creeping for the demon, which is crucial. This team needs to get level 3 ASAP, and ideally even level up to level 4 and beyond quickly.
Can he go to the other spot in the middle already? Keeper made it over. Checks, where is this guy? Shop next to the expansion. AP up, waiting for the entangled gold mine. And Happy is at 3-1. Yes, the coil is up, but nothing else. Keeper moves away again, and Foggy gets the entire middle. Lion Horn of Stormwind.
Great find for him. One of the absolute best items he could have hoped for. Bonus armor against the Orb of Corruption. And Happy's creeping really slow because he doesn't want to lose any units. Doesn't want to expose any fiends or ghouls or anything.
But the Lich.
The Lich.
Can he force the big consumable again? There's a coil, right? Not yet, but now. Ooh, that was close. Right. Want to remind everybody that this was the last map between Foggy and Johnny Cage, and Foggy's creeping on this map was absurd. Got this panda so high, so fast, and it's kind of the same story with the demon hunter.
Happy picks up the orb. Is he gonna go for the sacrificial skull again? Is it once more the very same play?
Creep check. Oh, or not. Rather the expo. Ring of Protection. Again, not the worst here against this focus fire. And look at this XP graph, man. Foggy is plowing ahead in experience.
This is a perfect opportunity for a creep jack right now. Destroyer form. Not yet done.
No TP.
About 30 seconds away or so.
Focus fire on that demon hunter. He has that extra armor. Invo potion might be swapped. No preservation staff ready. Uses the tally, but it's out of the fight.
That was the only nuke that Happy had here for a little while. But it's hard to engage in with these units. They're all kind of frail. He doesn't have mass riots yet, doesn't have bears yet. Once again, we have the Shredder. Foggy getting ready for the late game. He is taking tier 3 this time. No big Dryad army here on tier 2.
Okay, upgrades queued. He's switching gears. He knows Happy is gonna be busy. He wants this creep spot. He wants the expansion. He needs to wait for his upgrades. And he pulls the red spot. Doesn't really work out for him here. Loses a bit of time. That's unfortunate.
He's gonna give it up on it now.
Pendant of energy for Happy.
Oh, that would have been a sick play. If he had gotten this one away from Happy.
Yeah.
Away from close to the opponent's expansion.
Scroll the Beast. Useless for Foggy, of course. He has that built into the Night Elf army with Bear soon. Bear Adept upgrade almost done. Oh, Keeper out alone. Has no staff anymore.
Mainly looking to distract, mainly looking to scout. There's not really anything he can do here.
Like
but can hopefully create some space for the demon. This is still not too easy to creep here, this camp.
It is decent experience. Close to level 4. Keeper must be careful. Happy has a Watcher ward here. Foggy can't go into Cloak of Shadows. He will be revealed.
And Happy sniffs out what's going on. Sees Foggy at the red, gonna bully him away. Creeping the red with Mass Frenzy Ghouls. Not the easiest. So probably gonna reserve that for a later time.
Foggy is so greedy. He's expanding again already before Bear Master.
Oh wow. I kind of like that though. Happy has been playing this so slow. Like Happy basically never looks for a fight until he has 80 supply. If Foggy can get away with this, just spam upgrades like crazy, get 3 bases, he can fully max out on 100 supply perhaps before the first big fight.
Okay, red spot giving up. Ghoul Frenzy, super fast with that item, super important. Oh, even Happy that this Granite Golem slipped through. It's time for Foggy here, of course. Ring of Protection, another one. Oh no, put it on the ground. Pendant of Energy, also not that great. But what is it for Happy? The lottery. Warsong Battle Drums.
And 2 huge level ups, 4 and 3 on DK and Lich. Gonna be tremendously powerful here. Foggy is really starting to stretch it again with the greed. He's about to have 3 bases and still not going into upkeep here.
He has a 1,500 gold. A little Blade-esque. Trying to squeeze out XP from the map with treants while repositioning archers out in the open. If a Nova connects, this hurts and he leads them right to this expansion. That's a cancel.
Oh, nighttime. He may not have seen it.
Nova, surround, triple surround.
Oh my god, don't tell me. Okay, he does see it.
Oh, close. No wisp nearby. Cancel or try. No, cancel this. Man, that almost worked.
Alright. No third base here. Happy realizing he should probably play the map a bit more actively. Not just sit back until 80 supply. Foggy has been greeting like crazy. And he still is.
Second red spot for the undead. And Foggy is about to pounce on this, I guess. Gargs are coming immediately. Dryads find him here. Is that creep spot too powerful? Is Foggy in fighting shape? Don't think so. Staff is on him. TP on the Demon Hunter as well.
Oh my god. He got the dispel a split second before the staff. Are you kidding me?
Oh, he didn't use the Moonwells. Has to go for the potion. Or for the scroll, rather. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Demon Hunter under pressure. Staff is on cooldown for 15 seconds. This block against the bear. Happy out of control.
Dude, that dispel. How many frames did he have for that? Like 2, maybe? Absolutely ridiculous. But the Demon Hunter is now healed up again. Of course, he did have Moonwells and more rejuve where that came from. Fog is finally in upkeep and now spending his gold. 55 supply against 63. The bear's not really in this fight yet.
Nope. Ghouls might be taken out. Starting to kite, but against the level 2 Unholy Aura. That is so hard to do. Demon Hunter already at 50%, but the Dryads are doing a decent job. Bear under attack. Needs to split. Needs to kill. Focus Fire is decent. Gets the double kill on the Ghouls. In the meantime, the Destroyers are firing away at this bear, but the Dryads seem healthy.
Does he have a staff for that bear? Yes, nicely done.
He doesn't have one.
Foggy kind of splitting into different corners, making it hard for Happy here to find these kills at times.
Doesn't have
one more.
Anything to get this Demon Hunter out.
May have to TP in a moment. Staff is there once again.
So efficient. Dryads,
Foggy
treants everywhere.
Foggy's got a huge upgrade lead at the moment. 2-2 against 0-0. It's gigantic.
The Destroyer. That's level 4 on the
Happy.
Keeper. 5 supply down.
And he didn't coil the Destroyer. A rare micro mistake by Happy. Even he can make those, it turns out.
We're back at Gargs, of course. Double crypt. No triple crypt yet. Happy with an invul. Happy with a big invul, but no heal scroll. It's mostly Dryads. These bears never really came online so far.
Wouldn't be a panda now. Be perfect. Could throw in a couple of Drunken Hazes, but most importantly, there's still camps left on the map. He could still get to level 3. But I mean, it's pretty chaotic. Lots of things are still going on here. Foggy fighting with his 2 heroes and the rest of the army. Getting some fiends in the back, but the Dryads are dying quickly here. Despite the armor upgrades, they still get focused pretty fast. Happy keeps fighting despite the fact that he doesn't have any mana.
Yeah, the bears don't really get a grip on these fiends. There's a staff ready. This one will be saved. The other one, not so sure. Second staff online in 15 seconds. This will probably not be enough to save this one. Or is it? DK takes quite a bit for this, but absolutely worth it. Foggy is still sitting on 1,000 gold. Trying to swing the hammer on the DK now. Demon Hunter has to be careful too. Staff was on cooldown. Happy realizing this. Now it's online again.
Heavy tax on these moonwells. They're all about to be dry, and we don't have nature's wellspring yet. It's the one thing Foggy forgot about. Plus, we have a long daytime now. Expansion is now standing. Foggy has a supply lead, but with a lot of his army still very hurt. But same as the DK, of course.
Can he force a TP quick enough? Happy's pulling back. That one base advantage could lead to victory again. Foggy is still on a 1k bank. And wins are coming.
I wonder. That panda, would it have been playable? Maybe something for Foggy to consider after this series, because right now it's way too hectic. There's still a red camp up for grabs, but Foggy seems like he's trying to follow Happy around and keep brawling.
He saw that wind. Can react now. And Dreadlord immediately. It didn't take him a blink of an eye to cue that counter hero.
Experience-wise, it's pretty even. DK has the lead ahead of the pack, but the Lich also not quite level 4 yet.
There is Nature's Blessing. It's online, making it hard to tear down these buildings. We don't have another transition for Happy yet. There's no Disease Cloud, no A-bombs, no meat wagons. It's all about the air.
And here in Autumn Leaves, a late game factor comes into play. The Nihilov can easily expand in the middle with the map control that he has with the Keeper in the early stages, and then expand in the outskirts where it's easier. Whereas Happy, who has late map control very late, can't expand in the middle at all easily up until this point. He can't really go for that right now. He had to go for the outside base first, and now getting up to 3 bases for the Undead is very, very hard. But even on 2 bases, we have seen Happy is very much capable of getting to 100 supply.
Again, 2 squads. Heroes, Fiends, and a couple of Gargs, and another hit squad at the expansion. Nothing can really help here except the units. But also Foggy, scaring Happy away from the natural. Red spot's still there. A tree and a scouting for it will expire soon. He sends them towards Happy's army. It's daytime, he sees it.
And here we go. Hippo production starting again. Moonwell for 100 capacity becoming available. And this greed, it's paying off for Foggy. Remember earlier when we were sitting at 2k gold? Because of that, still now he is rich even in high upkeep. But Happy's gonna get the second red camp. It could be the second huge aura. Ooh, Foggy coming in though.
He knows.
I think he should commit here. Bring his whole army here, even if it's gonna end up with a little bit of damage at the natural.
I'm so happy I shaved my head in April. Would have gotten tons of gray hair over this. Experience goes to Foggy. Wolf number 1, Wolf number 2, Granite Golem as well. If this is Katga's pipe, man. Okay, Warsong Battle Drums. Now it's even.
Great finds for both. Happy tries to punish that camp by doing some damage here at the expo. Certainly he'll be able to take out the IP if he commits, but doesn't want to.
80 supply Happy, 95 Foggy. So actually, Happy has the echo advantage, but for how long can he stay in low upkeep?
And Happy has again gone for sleep, by the way. Just that little bit of a slowdown on the Demon Hunter, just for a couple of seconds, he deems more valuable than the aura, which is...
Interesting.
You almost want to say a bit questionable, but... I mean, if it doesn't get dispelled, sleep is great, but it has been getting dispelled pretty quickly.
So many Dryads as well. It is tavern time, Remo. You might... He's at 100, though.
Yep, can't throw in a panda anymore.
Happy still has no weapon.
It's not that many hippos, by the way. It's like 9. Those could get overpowered with Gargs plus Nova really quick.
Yeah, 2 heal scrolls on Happy's side as well. 2 heal scrolls now on Foggy.
Alright, I think it's time to fight. I think Foggy just has to go in and keep trading out units and make use of his 3 base advantage. But of course, Happy's always going to pull him back into an unfavorable position. Happy's going to play this very smart positionally, as he always is.
Has a Tomb of Retraining again for Thorns Aura. So we got Devotion and Thorns and Command, or War Drums.
Bear mana is again low, so spamming Roar on these hippos not too easy. Destroyer, Dispel going to be crucial once again. We have 2 of those. And Happy now finally into high upkeep.
Okay, he's under pressure, but he's in his own base. Foggy fighting into the candy store. Trying to fire away. Another heal scroll. That's number 3.
Very tense. Every single game going to this ultra late game state.
This never happens in WarCraft 3, let me remind you of that. So we have Thorns Aura versus no Vamp Aura. Mana burns are decent. Only on the Dreadlord, though. It's not where you want them to happen. Okay, bears go down. He wants to fight, but pulls back.
Still more Gargs than hippos. He doesn't want to go in too quickly, but now he shall. Nova connecting big time on the hippogriffs. Heal scroll is used on both sides. Who's going to have the better engagement here? Hard to tell. The air seems to be going too Happy. Hippogriffs quickly getting demolished. Invo Potion on the Demon Hunter as well. He's level 5. Heroes getting so much experience so quickly. Level up absolutely everywhere. Gargoyles do survive, but the ground goes to the Night Elf. As the Dreadlord goes down, more experience going to Night Elf Hero. 75 supplies still left for Foggy. He might be doing it. He's got a big supply lead now.
Demon Hunter's gotta be careful. 1 nuke and he's out, so he stabs. DK as well has a TP. Has to be forced into it soon, I guess. Foggy, how long can you stay in this undead base? DK in trouble, is TPing out. Full mana almost on that Keeper of the Grove. Demon Hunter's back. GG! We go full distance in the European Grand Final.
What a beast Foggy is, after all. Much like Happy, he finds some great things to do. He does them. That greed apparently is the key. It really feels like it helped him out so much to save gold for this long. And he's like, okay, well, we played a lot of macro games, a lot of long games before. I'll just take a 3rd base before you, and then I'll just never let you take a 3rd base because I'm going to be on 100 supply with 3/3 upgrades. And I agree with you, by the way, Remo. I feel like you might be onto something about the 3rd hero and being able to level that. But there is also, for sure, some merits to staying on 2 heroes. Because then, you know, if you get a Demon 6, if you get a Keeper 6, those are gigantic levels to be able to reach that will help you also get the victory. So it's hard to say, but guess what? Like, that's what he did here with the hippos. It worked out and he won. So props to Foggy. And we got a 5 mappers in the final after all the 3-0s. After all the close series we were robbed of, finally it's happening.
This is the 2nd time that Happy goes to map 5 in a DreamHack Grand Final. Last time was Winter against Foggy as well. December 13. Unbelievable. We might witness history right here. The first European DreamHack that Happy is not winning after having a clean sheet for 1 season and almost 2. Last break before we got a new fall champion. good this feels. A full distance European Grand Final. Foggy is doing it again. The unthinkable. First taking one map was unthinkable. Then almost getting the second one, also unthinkable. And then tying it up. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable performance by Foggy. And of course by Happy as well. But that's so normal that it feels like we don't have to mention that anymore. But hey, maybe we should. The Dominator might be dethroned here. This is one map for $1,200.
Yeah,
and all the pride and prestige in Europe. Really amazed with Foggy, man. Shape of a lifetime. Can he finally do it? Beat his biggest rival in the biggest tournament.
You know,
he's made some great adjustments, but it's maybe time for Happy to make some of his own, adapt to the extreme grade of Foggy, or maybe play a different composition. Like, does he have to go into double crypt and gargoyles? Was that the problem at all or not? That Dreadlord third, still very skeptical about it. So let's see if he goes into something entirely different here.
All right, everybody. One last dance. Last refuge. How fitting. You know what, Remo? In the trailer or the cinematic for the latest World of Warcraft expansion, Sylvanas was crushing the helm of the Dominator of the Lich King. And for Foggy's birthday, Foggy's wife dressed up as Sylvanas. Maybe this was a sign after all.
An omen to be coming true here in DreamHack Fall. Foggy, this would be his biggest achievement to date in European competition and one of the biggest wins of his career, if not the biggest, if he can make it happen here. Seems like he found his style. Keeper Demon Dryad Expo, we knew that, but he was struggling with the late game transition. Now he seems to have found it. Mass up with a lot of greed, with a lot of upgrades, Dryads and few bears to 80, and then at 80 supply go into 100 supply with Hippogriffs. And Happy doesn't seem perhaps ready for that. On that last map, one thing was severely lacking. The meat wagons.
Yes.
Where were the meat wagons? They dealt so much damage and forced Foggy's hand basically on Echo Isles. And they were completely absent on Autumn Leaves, which did seem definitely like a mistake. And we have to question again, the sleep first choice on the level 1 Dreadlord. Very unclear if that's the best option.
I agree, especially with the Dreadlord moving so far forward, Demon Hunter being there, burning him, so that's basically one sleep. And Foggy does it right. He's retraining every single time to a very, very powerful Thorns Aura in this one matchup, in this one encounter. Otherwise, Thorns Aura, not that great. But yeah, he's ready. He gets the return damage out. But here we go. Foggy upper right with the Keeper once again. Happy bottom left with the DK once again. Let the dance begin.
The thing is, if we get to the late game again here, which seems likely, it's happened 4 out of 4 times so far. On this map, playing Dryads against Gargs is gonna be really hard. Everything's narrow, there's trees absolutely everywhere. Happy can abuse this tree line like crazy, and also could abuse wagons like crazy. That was definitely the biggest mistake, not having wagons on map 4 as we continue moving on in this Grand Final series. We're basically 2.5 hours into this series. This is one of the longest ones we've ever had.
Yeah, the one I can remember that might have gone longer was a game for third between TH and Fortitude with 1 million tanks. At least that felt longer.
A player's forces are under attack.
That felt like I grew gray hair doing that series. Game for third matches. We don't have that in DreamHack, thank goodness. Happy though, shows up on point here in map 5, steals the last hit, gets the level 2, and prevents it on the Keeper at the same time. Again, it's his patented ghouls go solo creeping with backpack and pick up the items, and the DK goes harass.
For sure. Treants put a little bit of damage on him. We've seen this before. This time there's no fountain to help him out. Wait, what? What is happening? What is Foggy doing? Are you kidding me?
Can't go for a shredder, it's way too early. Wait a minute. This doesn't look like it's working.
Oh dude, this is so maybe it just wants level 2? This is a lot of damage. Oh man, this is so reminiscent of the, you know, this one final map, the best of 5, and they went on to Twisted, and Foggy tried to crew up the Warden, and Happy punished it like it's no tomorrow. Feels like it's those days again. Ay, 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 ay.
And Happy's always there. He starts creeping again. Boom, there he is right away. Has the dust now as well. It is a great early game for Happy.
And he got the tally staff.
Yeah, he's barely level 2 here. Rough start for Foggy, but we saw before on Northern Isles that Foggy can come back from rough positions as well.
Graveyard coming, ghouls in the main. Tier 2 almost done. Expo for Foggy is coming up very defensively, and Happy scouted that. This time he got the information.
Bringing out the ghouls once again. Tier 2 for Happy finishing. Normally that would mean an instant tier 3 rush. Delaying that here a bit, perhaps for Lich.
Foggy is sacrificing quite a bit HP and Moon Juice for this creeping. Will not be rewarded with level 3. Trying to get the Ogre strength item gone, and he does. Another coil maybe to get one of these archers. Not in killing Threshold yet. And Demon Hunter coming.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lich also started, and Happy delaying his tier 3 by quite a bit. Is he trying to go Slaughterhouse before tier 3? Looks like a bit of a macro mistake here by the Russian. Tier 3 starting now. That could have been done a bit sooner.
He's mortal
But of course,
after
lots
all.
of things. Yeah, lots of things happening on the map. The DK is harassing. The ghouls are trying to creep. And I think we're 5 maps in with Happy not losing one ghoul to Entangle, by the way, which is ridiculous. I mean, in the early game. In the late game, of course, he lost a couple of ghouls, but it's also very easy to lose them early, but Happy's just perfectly in position always. And Foggy is creeping so scared. He goes back to the lab. It took him 2 attempts. Now with the Demon Hunter, he can creep this.
Can't see it. Look of the Dead. Can be used for more creeping again, just like he did on AL.
Not too bad. Can go to the Merc camp. Can use that to creep. Pops it right now. Yeah. Speed up creeping. Let's go.
Slaughterhouse coming. Fiends immediately. Again. And Happy. Creeping or harassing is the question. Lich is stacked again. Claws, gloves. Foggy, does he have the read?
Happy loves doing this. Punish the Demon Hunter creeping. Coil Nova. Take out the archers. And Foggy now for that reason. Creeping the natural only with the Keeper. Not exposing much here. That's pretty cool. But
might be punished. Coil Nova. Exactly. Needs extremely good movement here. There's lots of spells on Happy's side. There's the coil. Eats it. Nova! Whoa! 3 HP! That could have been the grand final right here. But the tree? What about the tree?
There's a huge expo delay again. This is looking very reminiscent now of Concealed Hill. Oh, he pulls in the camp. Foggy is not allowed to attack these mercenaries. If he doesn't, then they're gonna go back at some point.
Trying to eat into the forest. Yummy. Creeps are attacking both players at the same time.
Oh, he attacks with a Keeper. Oh no! He aggroed the creeps. Demon Hunter is just creeping in the meantime. Not even defending his Tree of Life. Very weird game. And so much time that Happy is buying for the tier 3. This would be the perfect game for an all-in push by Happy. Something that he hasn't done before. And the Demon Hunter exposed. The undead heroes are coming in, going for a Scroll of Healing. It's a painful creep, Jack.
For sure. He's trying to walk back, but the Ogre is blocking. The creeps on Last Refuge, man. They are not Foggy's friends at all. Double kill going immediately his way. Finally fixed the situation in the north of the shop will come up. But this expansion is later than the 8-minute mark. Demon Hunter now level 3. Okay, but Happy is in full control.
Yeah, it's gonna be Destroyer form finish at the same time as the Entangled. That is absolutely not what you want. And Happy this time might be realizing this is the perfect game to go for the finish, to not take it late, to finish this one early.
He got the big mana potion.
He dropped a greater mana to Merchant.
He did.
Of course he did.
Perfect item for this kind of push. The supply stock can't go for a Tinker, doesn't have the gold for it anyways. Frenzy and Destroyer form finishing. And that might be the finish for Foggy.
The European Grand Final is about to conclude. Off we go. Happy with the push. Lots of ghouls, not many wisps. He's trying to produce as much as possible, trying to stall, weaving in and out. Dryad's poison spread a little bit, but this is powerful 46 supply. Entry Protector coming to the right-hand side. Foggy trying to lure him in. Shop would be ready. We don't have a staff yet, do we? No.
First Destroyer being morphed. The firepower here for Foggy is still very low. Only a handful of Dryads. This AP is going to be desperately needed by its uprooting. We do have Nature's Blessing. The Dryads, when they get touched, they die so quickly. Look at it. Almost going down there right away. AP now getting targeted and dropping real quick.
Little bit of time. But what's that worth? He has a heal scroll. Can he use it in time? Ghouls are starting to fall slowly. Demon Hunter has to be careful. Foggy is buying the time he needs. Is it enough? Mercs.
Happy running out of mana. Of course, he does have the big mana potion still getting burned. He's gonna hold on to that mana potion until he really needs it. Foggy needs to get rid of these ghouls one by one. But the Dryads are dying so fast.
Foggy also hesitant to use that heal scroll. Lost a Dryad over it. Is it enough? He has the gold, 200. He's breaking upkeep now. DK and ghouls finally get... No, they will not get rid of this Berserker. This time the firepower of Happy, not 100% perfect, saves that Fiend. Berserker to the north as well. Moonstone used for more regen. The statue about to fall. These mercs are still somewhat alive.
Statue's going to be taken out. This is the most important unit in this mix.
Can he burn?
Level 4, he's chasing for the kill.
Oh!
Turns around.
TP out by Happy. The Fiend falls. The Ghoul falls. Another one, maybe? No. Foggy lives.
How did he hold this? Are you kidding me? Happy perhaps chasing a bit too much. He could have just attacked the Tree of Life with his whole army. He had a lot of ghouls there for a long time. And now we see a reason why Happy mostly doesn't play this push anymore, because sometimes it fails. And then you're not in a great position. But Foggy committed so hard to defending there. It's not like he's going to be super strong on tier 3 soon himself. Happy could still very well counter expand.
Yeah, not at all. He's approaching the red spot, gets it. Claws plus 12, stacking up this Demon Hunter once again. Belt of Giant Strength, formerly statues being repaired, and A-bombs coming. I got a feeling that this is yet another wagon game.
And no expansion. Happy doesn't want to take it to this crazy 100 supply anymore. He's trusting in his mechanics to win him this game with the push. Here we go, Tinker. First appearance in this series.
Okay, Foggy is a little out of position. He's hurt. Keeper makes it to the shop. He has 300 gold. That's a scroll again. But Happy finds him. Foggy kites. More time for the Night Elf. And a free... Can he get a free pick on this A-bomb? Not really, right? No, there's no time. Call Nova on the Demon Hunter. Heal scroll used immediately. Staffing out. Can get another. Yep, he does. Okay, there was more time. More Dryads. 60 supply.
That was kind of expensive. Didn't have a Staff of Preservation. Had to use the heal scroll there. So now only one more left for Foggy. Dead even in supply. Not what you want with these Dryads. Foggy has to buy more time.
Wisps in for the repair, not for the detonate. Trying to take out this abomination at the moment. No disease cloud here. It's not the most important unit in this mix. The Engine of War, the Engine Protector. Everything holding Foggy in this game for now. Treants over and over and over. Crazy deforestation.
Happy is completely out of mana, but he's still fighting on. He's got the regen backup of the statue. That one protected. That is the one that survived, by the way. On 2 HP, that just barely got away. Imagine if I had gotten that one. Might be looking a bit different here in this push. But again, Foggy buys time and is climbing slowly but steadily ahead in the supply.
4-3 heroes for Happy. Null Overseer. Gloves of Haste again. Foggy, not lazy at all. Has a heal potion. Keeper goes shopping as well. That's finally the Staff of Preservation, which is so important. Foggy, slowly but steady, running away in supply, but Happy has Disease Cloud. Disease Cloud online.
Yeah, it's gonna change a lot. No matter how many Dryads you have, even if you have 80 supply Dryads, if there's Disease Cloud plus statues plus strong heroes, the Dryads are gonna lose against a Fiend army.
Foggy feels confident, trying to burn, trying to distract, trying to prevent Happy from going for second base himself. But this needle hole is not ideal at all. Potion was used already. Keeper is in for the staff. Might need to use it soon. He'll scroll up for grabs. The Small Overseer hurts Happy a little bit. There are a couple of Dryads. They're fighting Fiends in the middle of everything. So far, the Dryads fall, if I see that correctly. Now the Fiends as well. Happy is fighting Foggy and the Creeps. Now they turn around. And Foggy is busy with the neutral units. 2 Dryads falling in the middle. So is the Fiend.
And we lost Foggy here especially. He hopes he can reproduce better with the expansion that he's playing with, but Happy is trading much more efficiently. He's got a healthy army still standing, and now Disease Cloud basically everywhere applied. Ooh. Keeper stole the item. I think it was a clause. That's actually kind of a big deal for this Lich.
Man, there was no TP for Foggy. This was so risky. There was only 1 staff as well. This Keeper could have fallen, but the mana burns are on time. And we haven't mentioned this yet. This is a tri-hero combo for Happy without a Dreadlord. This Tinker is going to soak up experience, which is not going to the DK, prevents an early level 5, prevents an early level 5 with the Lich as well. And in exchange, he gets the stronger Pocket Factory?
Yeah, it's not the most insane spell in the game, but honestly, against Dryads, it's pretty damn good. Those Clockwork Explosions do work against Dryads, unless it gets sniped right away. But there's so many things to target, so many things to consider in these late game fights. This Tinker 3 could be good. Right now it's level 2. Not that strong. The Lich gets level 4, and the DK is gonna get level 5 here soon. Still plenty of creeps on the map.
The eyes are for Foggy here. Fiend, is it for free? No, against Happy, nothing's for free. Coil, oh, he eats the Fiend for a little bit more Nova. And he used the Nova immediately on the Demon Hunter, who comes out of the shadows. Destroyer focused immediately, but we got 2 in the air. Level 4 and level 5 reach, and the Destroyer on the right-hand side falls. Happy at 54, he just invested into this expansion. Can he hold this? Foggy is pulling the trigger, I feel.
He's pretty much all in here, Foggy. He has no transition. He's stuck on tier 2. The Keeper in trouble. Invul Potion gets him out of there just barely. All the Fiends are dead, though. But the heroes are still standing. And that's the thing. Heroes can beat Dryads on their own. Tinker might be going down. That's a loss that Happy can afford. But he's transferring the Invul Potion. With that, he's going to survive a little bit longer than now. The expansion is finished. And the Blight is there. Foggy has to run. Keeper in trouble. Almost dead. Running away. Will make it away.
Close to 5. Demon Hunter. Foggy is now starting tier 3. The bullet missed. And Happy is the one who lives for now.
And he's going to have Tinker 3 in the next fight. Will want to position that Pocket Factory better. But now also Happy with lots of income. He can finally go for some items. Mana potions will be huge. In this cloak, he will certainly sell.
Happy's running away in experience, as you can see here on the graph. And will catch up in economy. Foggy is relentless. Trying to not let him get anything. There's no defense on the second base. Demon Hunter with, again, 2 heal scrolls. Invul Potion. Invis Potion. Dying to get level 5.
And there we go. This Pocket Factory much better. Placing it early, very hard to reach. Happy now only has to spam more statues and more fiends. Happy with a real lead right now. Foggy's time is running out. But you know what? He's taking a step back. He's not pushing anymore. He is transitioning now into tier 3. But Happy's going to realize this soon and might be on the aggressive himself in a bit.
The reveal did scan for the Demon Hunter. Not sure if he hit him. Oh my god. What a final. Foggy said yesterday, well, this is WarCraft, this is why we love it. Can just quote him here for this grand final.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, one of the best finals we've ever had, certainly in DreamHack. Foggy, this is the best time for him to fight for this creep jack, but the thing is, he's not trying to fight. He's trying to buy time for the transition. Do a bit of free damage here and there if you can. Of course, now it has become painfully obvious to Happy. Dryad count is really low. Foggy's playing very evasive. Happy knows the transition is coming on the other side.
And Happy is paying upkeep. So despite the 2 gold mines, Foggy mines more. Blood of Giant Strength for the Russian. Helps a little bit, but not too much. Coil Nova, Staff, Pass should be used here. Exactly. 3 spells are on cooldown, I thought, but the coil wasn't too close to my comfort at least. How can these guys keep their nerves together for what is now 3 hours?
Very impressive play by both of them. You know, in the past, we have seen Foggy get close, in terms of skill, and then the gap widening again. But here they are so evenly matched. Double Ancient of Wind coming for Foggy. He's getting ready for the late game with Bears and Dryads, but right now he's not ready yet. And Happy, I think, realizes this is his moment to take a fight.
Yeah, supply is hugely in favor of the undead. Home turf advantage not really working because the moon juice is all empty. Tier 3 is ready. Do we have an orb? We have one.
While Destroyers being morphed, we have 3 in the air. This is the perfect army for Happy. 3 Destros, 2 statues, 1 A-bomb, and a whole bunch of fiends. With triple hero, of course. Foggy, not ready yet. 60 supply, he needs more.
They're stuck. Found by the Destroyers. This could be free kills. He's waiting desperately for the Master upgrade. Happy got him in a chokehold. Will he choke him out, or is there a way out? These bears falling are a huge deal.
Oh, what a find by Happy. Takes out 8 supply there for free. He gets mana burn. No mana on the DK anymore, but a huge army advantage right now for the undead. Demon Hunter again getting focused. He's very tanky thanks to that belt. Level 5. He has to throw out these burns now, but it's so hard to approach the undead army. The next Nova could be a Zen. It's super close. Inmol potion. Gonna keep him safe. Nova comes out before the burn. The Keeper in trouble. Hippos coming out, but it's all perhaps a bit too late. Happy's pushing forward, realizing his advantage right now.
Oh, they need a potion. He does have the gold, but maybe it's out of stock. I'm not too sure. Hippo's weaving in, buying more time. Thing was, if there's another focus on the Demon Hunter, he can't use the staff, then Happy welcomes him with open arms. And the Clockwork's putting in the work. Foggy is going to be supply stuck in a bit, and the bears are still trapped in the base.
And the Destroyers find them again with the magic damage against the heavy armor. Easy kills. Demon in trouble again. Heal scroll, staff. Can he be saved? Yes, over towards the tree. But is he safe there? Maybe he's not. Staffing away again. Found by the Destroyers. He's going over to the expansion, trying to heal, but there's nothing left there anymore. And Happy's taking more and more control of this main base.
It is a 25 supply lead. Happy again. The champion of Europe, 6th time in a row. This was one of the hardest finals ever, but in the end, he does it. Oh my god. What a final. It's over. It's all over.